We're live. Hey there, guys.
Live.
Hello. Hello, interwebs. This is the closer. Thank you for watching. If you're out there, this is going to be horrible. If you've never watched the show before, it's food, guns, nonsense, and whatever else might get mixed in there. And yeah, some bullshit usually. There's probably some lies sprinkled in there and some conspiracy sprinkled in. There could be anything in there. You never really know. Don't read some rants and raves. Don't read the ingredients label. It'll just turn you off. So I saw Clover just went live. So from the Talladegas, he's turning left down there. He's turning left. He got stuck in the racetrack probably. So I don't know how long he'll be live, but I think I don't know if Rich is still live or not. They were doing a wrestling chat. They were pirating some wrestling jazz.
Oh, is tonight the barbed wire thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were watching that garbage. No, I would have watched it too if I could have. That'd be fun. Watch parties are fun. I'd like to do a watch party with some movies or something one night. That'd be a good time. I used to love Mystery Science Theater 3000. That was one of my dad and I's favorite show. When that first started, we used to. It was the best in the beginning, the first couple seasons, and then they changed the cast a little bit. The guy changed and whatnot. But
which one was it? Joe? Was it the guy in the beginning? The first one was Joe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they told me that the first guy was the most funniest, that they was the best. And then the later seasons, they had changed the guy, and people were like, it's okay. You know, it's not.
Yeah, it was the best back in the beginnings. I don't know how long he was there, but yeah, that was always good. It was just so different. It was so different than anything else. You know what I mean? So it was just so cool to. I just remember my dad being like, "Oh, you got to watch this," and we kind of got hooked on it. So C4's out there, Defense Dad, Ape, Gizzard, Snowy's out there, Obnoxious. Moo is out there.
Chew Life Chew.
Who's NidnightRangeTM? That's me. I changed my name. I'm starting afresh. I noticed that a couple of minutes ago that I banged the N in there instead of the M, but that's okay. And then as you can see, tonight is the 829 sub extravaganza. So.
Yay.
Everybody else is having these big blowout events. It's 1,000,000 subs, 1,000 subs, 150,000 subs, all Italian subs, all this stuff. Ham and cheese sub.
You hit 900, or you give it out a Chevy?
Ham and cheese sub.
Sure. So we're going to do a 829 sub extravaganza, which means nothing. I'm not giving nothing away. I'm not doing nothing. It's just an extravaganza. And I don't know if anybody else I don't know if anybody else thinks this, but Roll Call you kind of look like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs a little bit with his face mask up.
Dark Helmet. I look like a ninja.
Yeah. What's with you, man?
I thought he looked like a Sith Lord, just kicking back, drinking.
What's new?
Darth Jimenez.
Oh, he looked like Kenny there for a minute.
Darth Tooth.
Yeah. Darth Tooth. They're like, congrats on 829. Yeah, I get about 2 subs a week, so I should be at 1,000 in about a couple of years. So what we got in here? As always, we got the fine apes. What's up, homies?
Nothing too much. I had kind of an up and down kind of weekend. Took my truck in to be serviced and needs 2 new wheel bearings, 4 new ball joints, and a front axle seal.
Ugh.
Which,
that blows.
Considering it's a 17-year-old vehicle and it's pretty much all original shit, I've gotten my money's out of it. But so that means that I am without my truck for the week, and I gets to drive the vroom vroom to work. So Yay.
Well, at least, I mean, the weather's not bad. At least, you know what I mean. It's not like
it'd be worse.
not like it's snowing out and then you're really screwed.
Yeah, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which means that it's probably then on the plus side that I've been kind of halfway ignoring this odd buzzing sound that's been coming from the truck. So for like a month.
Yeah, it's funny. I see like Instagram posts and stuff of people that are like the title of the post would be how to fix tapping noise, in a F-150 or whatever it is, and it's just them turning up the radio real loud so you can't hear the tapping noise. They're like, it's perfect, it's all better. I can't even hear that tap anymore. It's not even tapping. I don't think. That works pretty good.
How to get rid of the sound of a typewriter from your engine on your vehicle? Just turn the volume up on your radio.
There you go.
Yeah, I had a thumping come from the trunk, and I just had to hit it one more time.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't let them get out. I mean, what are you going to do? Let them get away now that they've seen your face? Jesus, you're screwed. Can't
And
do
out in
that.
the way he prefers to. But on the upside, I got to drive the vroom to the gun shop yesterday and got to spend a couple hours there looking at a greatly reduced selection of stuff, but still some interesting things. And yeah, then I come home and got to do this show.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
Oh, yeah. You don't really gotta, but I mean, we're glad to have you.
Right. You don't gotta.
Well, I'm like the half-assed hype man,
But we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Yes, we appreciate your presence.
Moved past that on his keyboard and kicked himself out again. Defense Dad, what's going on?
Oh, not much. The kiddo's on spring break this week, so I don't have to get up at the butt crack of dawn in the morning. So I figured I could hop on tonight.
Nothing wrong with that. Sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, I got to work at 11, but that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Blitz says, Gizzard Gary, so you're able to get dancing hot dog super chats now? There you go. That's true. Gizzard can get super chats now. I forgot that's one of the thousand sub things.
All right.
Get
Cool.
some super duper chats. Super de duper. Mr. Cortez, what's going on, guy?
Hey, how's it going, bud? No, I'm doing all right. Kind of a slow Sunday yesterday. Working on the vehicle. Had to get rotors from the brakes changed and stuff because they were making like a rumbling noise when you're driving and stuff, and that's not good. So had to have that taken care of, and just looking into some stuff to get for hurricane season, just in case some BS happens with the light again. I'm looking into getting a battery bank for my CPAP and get some, like another battery bank generator type, to power the lights or something inside the house at least, just get some stuff. Because this little winter thing, really, since we really never had to deal with that kind of stuff, especially with the power outage for a certain amount of time, it really needs something. So I'm looking into that right now. Now with the stimulus check coming.
Oh, George, if you're looking to kind of build like a super duper uninterruptible power supply, check out Technology Connections, because he did a thing with a deep cycle battery and a power inverter and a kind of a junked out uninterruptible power supply for his working situation.
Cool. That sounds pretty interesting. That sounds awesome. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's about it. Just doing stuff around the house. Glad to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely, always. Squidward. Mr. Squidward. Long time no bitch. What's up, buddy?
Hey, yeah. It's been a good show, and I appreciate the invite. I'll see you guys around the interwebs.
See ya.
Taking off. Oh.
It's been real. And Darth Roll what's going on, buddy?
Darth Roll.
Hello. How are you?
I am. What's
You
going
are
on?
you?
I very rarely do this, but I missed Rants and Raves last night. Is anything exciting happen?
Rants and raves? No, that was just bitching and moaning.
That's right. Yeah.
I talked to him
It's a
about
spin-off
your
show
little
of Rants and
live
Raves.
thing.
Yeah, sorry. We'll call it more ranting and raving.
More bitching and moaning.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
I
raves
went
and
to a
pisses and
gun show this weekend. Wasn't very impressed. Wasn't very
There was
impressed.
one. There was one down in Gettysburg that I was planning to go to and just didn't make it. And you know what? Honestly, like when I didn't make it down there, I was like, I'm probably not missing anything. You know, if anything, I was maybe looking for, you know, like a cheap holsters, you know, a holsters, shit like that. You know, nothing major that honestly paying to get in somewhere is gonna negate any kind of deal I was gonna get anyway. So I just wanted to go, but just didn't make it.
Yeah, I wasn't even expecting to go. You know, I went to a local gun shop and I was
Mhm.
looking for a stock for my AR. Found that, but they didn't have ammunition I was looking for, of course. And I was like, well, I'm scrolling around on Facebook. I'm like, somebody said something about a gun show. And Patrick Pew Pew said there was a gun show over there by us. So I ended up going to this thing. I stood in line for almost 45 minutes to an hour to get into this hole. And when I got in there, I was so pissed off at people price gouging. And like it was either you buy it for this price or you don't get anything. There was
Yeah.
no haggling on guns, ammunition, or gear. Uh, there was a couple of guys that I talked to while I was there that we talked about price. Other than that, it was straightforward. It was like, you know what? You want a box of 380? It's $85. You know what? You want a box of 9mm? It's $90. I'm like, you guys are pretty much like pathetic. You're pathetic.
Yeah.
You guys are just taking advantage of everybody here. And you know, I don't mind people making a couple of bucks, dude. You know, I don't care. But when you're that, you know, vicious when it comes to ammunition, like the guy, I was looking for 6.5 Creedmoor. And I told him, look, I'll buy a box of 6.5 Creedmoor. You want $70 for this? And I told him, look, dude, I work at a gun shop, you know, and I know what this is normally priced, and I know what an elevated price is, and this is overpriced. This is a gouge. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
going out and shooting this gun every day. You know, I'll give you a couple bucks for a box. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not overpaying for this stuff. And we worked on a deal, an agreement, I should say. It's not even a deal, just an agreement. And I got 3 boxes of what I was looking for. Everybody else that was there, they can kiss my butt, man. Like this old man tried to charge me like $40 for a 40-round PMag. I said, dude, you're ridiculous. And then when I actually showed him my own video of me buying a PMag, a 40 rounder for 20 bucks, I'm like, dude, you can't charge me this, and or you shouldn't charge anybody that. You know, you
Yeah.
want to make money? All right, dude. You know, 28 bucks. You know, you're making a couple bucks on the back end.
Yeah, I was gonna
Because
say $30 maybe at this bet right
yeah,
now, $30 or something.
nope. And I went, oh, watch this. Right over to the table right across from him, grabbed 2 men's second mags, and I was like, here you go, bud. And I waved to the old guy while I was walking away. I'm like, oh, that's how that goes when your prices are high. Just go to the other guy. But I never visit his table again because he was very upset.
Yeah, it's tough because, I mean, and I can totally see where these guys would want to. Obviously, we all know why they would want to jack prices up so they can make the money. And I will say this too, because prices are high, people aren't buying shit, and they're paying for the tables, they're paying to be there, their time and all that kind of stuff. It sucks, and that's where, you know, they were like, well, if I can sell this PMag for $20 instead of, you know, $18 or whatever, you know, I could sell a couple of them. It'll pay for me to be here and, you know, whatever. When in the past, it was a lot easier. But at the same time, like, you got to be realistic, man. And I hate to see people paying for that stuff because it just perpetuates the issue. And it just, you know, things just are going to keep going and going and going, you know. I mean, you can still buy PMags at Brownell. Brownell's is still doing like 10 PMags for, was it 10 PMags for like $110 or something plus shipping? or 8 PMAG. I forget what it is. I don't remember what it is. You can still get
it's
PMAGs
around 8 to 10 PMAGs, depending.
I think it's 8. Yeah, you can still get a PMAG for like $12 or $13.
Yeah,
basically.
I did a search a while back for 40 round PMAGs, and I was looking for some metal ones, actually, some aluminum.
Yeah,
and you can find them, except you just have to search for them, and you can get them at a good price.
It's different. It's a little different with the 40 rounders, the 50 rounders, the drums, the beta mags, all that kind of weird shit. Like those have been through the roof for a while. The bigger the capacity, the higher the faster they went up. I mean, when you're looking at drums and stuff, even a year ago, they were running like super expensive. But you can still get a 30 round PMAG for, like I said, like $13. And what the hell? Like, and I would say this: if you don't have it, it's like I said, I think I said it last week. I'm not trying to, say panic buy. But there's some stuff that is still reasonably priced if you don't have much of it. With all the bills that are proposed, I would not be surprised if with these shotgun, of bills like that are hitting all sorts of different places or different items, if something happens with PMags or 30 round mags or something simple like that. If you got an AR and you only have like 2 or 3 mags, go buy 8 of them. It's not gonna kill you. If you have $150 or something, you can't buy ammo with it. That's something you can buy, and you're setting yourself up to have them. If you don't want them in the future, that's not such a bad price that you can't unload them. If you want to, or if you have a buddy or something that doesn't have a whole lot, sell some to them or something like that. It's not a big deal. 6.5 came in as well, and not inflated limits on amount you can buy, but not gouging. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally for. I mean, I'm not stupid. I mean, supply and demand is a thing. And when you get down to some of this stuff, it's going to go up. I know.
Yeah, I was going to say, my brother, when he was living in San Antonio, this was after Sandy Hook happened. How everybody was going crazy, panic buying stuff. He had gone to one of the gun stores up there in San Antonio, and he was looking for PMags, and he was able to get them in one shop at a reasonable price, and then he went to another, and there was one shop he went to where this guy went and he bought like 10 PMags for like $90 each, and he bought them. Yeah. And my brother was like, "What the heck? You paid for that?" And the guy's like, "Hey man, I want them, dude. I need them." Everybody was going crazy and stuff. Like, "Oh man, you gotta get them, stuff." And my brother was just like, "Dang, dude, I just picked up some mags at this place, and I got them at a reasonable price, But this guy, he just like, what the heck? Forked the money down and bought them, man. I mean, dang, that's a lot of money for.
I don't think people ask. People are asking if prices are ever going to come back down to where they were. I think for mags and stuff like that, they will. Because I don't think they've really gone up that much. But with some of the ammo, I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to see. I don't know that we're ever going to see $10 boxes of 9mm again.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while to,
I don't think we're ever going to see it, honestly. I mean, we might get close to it, but I remember
you might see it on like some lower end steel case stuff instead of it being $5 a box like it used to be.
Yeah,
I know one way you will be able to see low price ammo, low price firearms and stuff, old catalogs.
So I got a question though. You guys are talking about PMags. Is it really that hard to find? Because I can get them locally in stock for $18.99 for the 40 rounders. Rounders.
Yeah.
Yeah, most places that did a decent business beforehand, I feel like they're still able to get them. And you look at Brownells, you look at PSA. PSA is still doing deals with uppers and 10 PMags. They're still doing stuff like that. I don't know if they still are. Recently, they were doing like that rifle bag with PMags. I just think they've gone up a little bit. It's when you start getting into ammo is just non-existent in some places. and when you can find it, it's super expensive. It's just crazy. I just don't think it's going to come back. I think 2 years ago, when I was 2 years ago at the gun shows and stuff, you could get guys down to $10 a box for PMC or something like that, and I just don't think we're ever going to see that again. I think those days are gone. It's still like
for now, when there's people buying ammo and selling it at the gun show, to pick up the price, you have to have those people stop, because other than that, if they keep doing it, the prices are going to be high and stuff, and everything is going to be, people are going to be going crazy, standing in line at Academy or Brownell. Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's or whatever, Shield and stuff. They're gonna be standing in line buying that ammo, and then they're gonna be selling it at the next gun show and stuff. Or people just gonna be buying it up because they rather say buy it now instead of buying it at a gun show.
Well, after a certain amount of time, that type of I buy this for 15, I'm going to sell it for 25, isn't going to be sustainable. People are either just going to be, you know what, I've got everything I need, or I just dumped $500 on ammo. I don't have money for it, and that stuff will gradually taper back down to be either reasonable or it's going to be the same 10 guys with their same 100 boxes of ammunition sitting on the table for the next 20 years. But Midnight, and kind of bring up another side discussion on what you're talking about, $9 a box 9mm. Now, I agree with you. I don't think that we're going to see a box of Federal white box or Winchester white box or American Eagle for $9 a box anymore. But how much of that is, let's just say this whole panic buying stuff never happened, and it's just, the cost of materials has gone up just due to simple inflation. So instead of it being that $9 a box, it's $11 a box or $12 a box. I think it's just the thing that, it's going to, just for, just normal inflation, it's going to, once it starts to level off, it's going to be higher than what it was before, but not because, people got used to, paying $20 a box, and now they think that 15 is such a wonderful price. It's
right. Well, I think too, this is going to perpetuate itself too for a long time, just because when we had all these new gun owners, they're trying to buy ammo, and once prices start to come down, people are once ammo starts to come out, it's going to get sucked up right away again, and it's going to stay high. It's going to stay unobtainium for a while, I think.
You see, the thing that I noticed yesterday while I was there is, a lot of people, we already discussed this. A lot of people are looking for this ammo. There's a lot of new gun owners. There's a lot of components that go into this ammunition crunch. What I noticed yesterday was people from out of state. Now, I'm not going to sit here and crap on, my neighbor states, but I noticed that quite often at this show today. I would say a lot of the license plates that were parked there were not from Indiana, and I think that's another component that jumps into this. Like when states like Illinois, California, and the East Coast states, when they get really restrictive on ammo, where you have to have some type of ID or some type of different round to get, I think you start seeing the dynamics of people traveling to go get it. Not only traveling to go get it, but buying it in massive quantities. I think that kind of lends itself to this. We like a lot of people that I talked to yesterday at the show, I didn't go there to promote my channel. I went there to go seek stuff out like medical, the 6.5 Creedmoor. But talking to these people, what we talked about is, as long as these people pay these prices are going to stay with us. And as long as these people from out of state come here and continue to pay these prices, because like a lot of people were telling me, man, across the border, I'm paying $40 a box or $50 a box, on normal occasions, at times. And you can really see it that doesn't, the prices aren't really bothering them. But as long as they keep coming across the border and doing that, I think that creates a problem. It creates a problem in, these people won't drop their prices because all they have to do is go to a gun show and wait for these other folks in these other states to show up and buy it for that price because they can't get it in their state, or it's just not abundant enough as it is across the borders.
Well, we're seeing that here locally, just not even out of state. We have one gun shop that's just outside city limits, and they advertise that the tax is cheaper, but they seem to still readily be able to get like 9mm stuff, but they are charging the $40 to $50 a box for it, whereas in town, people are trying to keep it between 15 and 20, but they're having a harder time to get it. So we're even seeing that within our own same town.
Yeah, and another thing that I looked at this, I love going to Tulsa. I love going there, and I love mingling and doing those things. But now, is this gonna? I understand going to make content. I'm not like interested in doing the vendor stuff and talking to different companies to try and get free stuff or get a discount code. Not into that. If it's interesting, I'll interview people. If it's something that my viewers like, I'll do that interview. But when I go to a gun show, I go to a gun show to buy stuff. And if this is going to be the trend, because there's another gun show at the end of the month in my area, and I'm going to go to that one. And if it ends up being what I saw today, I think that's really going to cause me for caution to travel 15 hours down to Tulsa and 15 hours back to see SKSs at $800 when they have a polymer stock on. That's what I saw yesterday. And that's something that discourages me. If it's going to be like this, why am I going to travel down there when prices aren't going to change? So until I see a little bit of a dip, like I don't think ammo's plateaued yet. From what the last time I was researching this from the NSSF, they were predicting 2026 in some fashion if the buying does not calm. There's never going to be a plateau of the prices of ammunition. It's just going to continue to go up. And, like I said in my last video, humans are the worst animals on the planet. And, a lot of people don't understand that the people are crazy. People are weird. People will do drastic things in society. So the more we see gun owners, like, I guess the new gun owners coming into the firearms, the more we're going to see for demand. And, then you calculate that with legislation, politicians, and elections. So there's something has to stabilize, whether it be rhetoric from the people that want to ban firearms, or the price gouging that companies do, like cheaper than dirt, and these vendors at these shows, or, gun buying at this point. Something has to slow to balance this market out.
Yeah, something has to break. You know what I mean? Eventually, but going somewhere like Tulsa, for a lot of people, is more about it's 50% about the seeing your friends and hanging out and the relationships and stuff. Hey, if you're going to Tulsa for now, it's got to be this year. It's got to be 80% about your friends and making some fun content and meeting up with your buddies and stuff like that. Like, because the chances of you finding anything other than if you're building something, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, if you're looking for parts, if you're, looking for, a K98 stock or whatever the hell you're looking for, something like that, I think that's fine. If that's the kind of shit you're into, like, I think you could still go rummage through a pile of stocks and find something like that, But if you're going, but if you're going for ammo, you're going for specific guns, like, boy, I don't know, man. Save the trip, I guess. You know, if you're gonna spend a couple $100 to drive there, you might as well just find it on the internet and buy the damn thing. You know, you're not going to get a deal like that.
Have you guys noticed though in the last week? What I've started to notice is gun prices both online and here are starting to come down a little bit. And I think that's because ammo's so damn hard to find right now that people are. I think maybe the gun selling is slowing down a little bit because if I have a new gun owner can't buy ammo for it, they're not buying it. Like I saw an AR online today. Granted, it was I can't remember the brand, but it was a complete 300 blackout for $435 they were selling, brand new.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. When I was looking, because I was looking for parts for my AR too. You know, maybe I got a different stock. You know, maybe looking for a different forend for it. Dude, an Anderson's parts kit was $60 they had it priced. $60 for an Anderson parts kit. Dude, those things I was buying at one point for like $20, $25. And then you could buy stuff from PSA and they throw your parts kit in there for free. Buffer tube, plunger, spring, and castle nut, almost $50. See, that's what I'm saying. And this is just in my area. So, you know, this is one sample size of a gun show that I've been to because I didn't go to any last year. So this is one sample size. Is it going to get better as we go along? As long as this is what I'm seeing at gun shows, I'd go down there to hang out with people if they wanted to hang out. You know, I would definitely not go there to buy stuff. And that was one of the great things about the Wanamaker Gun Show. When you went there, you 9 times out of 10, or maybe sometimes 10 times out of 10, you would find what you were looking for. And you would find it for a decent price. Now, there was always those times where you kind of overpaid for something. That just comes along with the territory. But what I saw yesterday, I walked around in a daze with a taco in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? With a steak taco in my mouth. And my taco is the cheapest thing that I bought. Whether
you're probably just, I can see you walking around just mumbling to yourself, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Then Cindy's standing next to you saying, either chew the damn taco or take it out of your mouth. I can't listen to you mumble like this.
Yeah, I mean, walking by there and oh my God, $75 for a box of 9mm. And the boxes, guys, I'm telling you, the boxes look like they dug it up out of some place and then wiped it off. And if it was wet, they let it dry out in the sun and then put it into a big ammo can without a lid. Like, I looked through this old guy stuff and every box had some kind of water damage. I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy that. This guy had a box of stray 9mm rounds, and on the tag said on it, hard primers. I guess it was designed to shoot out of some kind of submachine gun or something like that. And $150. And I'm just like, why would I buy ammunition that had hard primers to shoot out of a handgun? I mean, there was just insane stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think
I got a question, roll call.
Go ahead.
I got a question, real quick. How big was the gun show? I mean, was it like a lot of tables or, you know, like a huge auditorium?
Nah, man, I would say it was about, I'd say it was about 250, 300 square feet.
Okay.
If that. I mean, it wasn't like I thought it was bigger than some of the ones that I've gone like directly in my area. Okay. But I mean, table wise, dude, there was quite a few tables there. I would say about close to 300-400 tables, because a lot of it was really packed tight together, whether it be along the sides or in the middle rows.
Yeah.
And then there was sometimes like regular tables out in the corners.
Yeah, because sometimes when it's like you got like a real huge auditorium and you have so many sellers, some sellers would, you know, discount their merchandise because they want to compete with the other sellers. Right now, I know it's right now it's different because everybody wants to sell high and stuff like that. But usually when it's a big auditorium and you got a lot of sellers and stuff, sometimes they want to get competitive, so they try to start selling stuff like, well, he has it for $20, I'll sell it for 15, or stuff like that, and that's the reason I ask, because sometimes if it's a small auditorium, everybody's like, let's sell high, see what suckers we can get, or stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I went to all the ammo tables, like there's people that were strictly selling ammunition. There's people selling body armor, ammunition, and some other crud on the end. Every table I went to, 223 and 556 was $20 for a box, or $20 for a box of 20, $1 a round. 9mm, that didn't fluctuate too much. It was either $65 to about $90 a box, and everybody had these same prices in the whole place.
Oh,
like that box of 556 that I got for $18. That was the cheapest 556 that I have found throughout that whole place. I didn't buy any more handgun ammunition. Like I was like, fine, do you have any 9x18? Yeah, here, $60. $60. I'm buying that at my local for $24, and it's Pioki. It's not this box that looked like you just pulled it out of your asshole. You know what I'm saying? That's good stuff. Like, I'm not paying that, bro. I mean, I see. I get what people are saying, but if you paid $150, like when I used to do that kind of stuff, when I go there and buy storage units and stuff like that, my table price was $150, and this is not during a pandemic. This isn't during panic buying. If this guy's table was $200 and he had that much ammo on his table and he was selling it for $90 a box or at $70 a box, he made his money back, because they let the first 400 people go in there. From what I listened to and what Patrick QQ told me, they let like 400 people in there right off the get-go, and there was a line out the door until I stayed there until close. And I'm telling you, you made your money for your tables there. You made your money for your gas there, and on top of it, you made some kind of profit. Just like the guy with the medical supplies. Like when I was doing that stuff, if somebody was like, I'll buy everything, you give me a deal, give them a deal, get rid of it. It's less to pack up, less to travel home with, plus you're making $1 out of 15 cents. This guy wouldn't come off Quick Clot. Like I was never going to ever find Quick Clot again. And I told him, dude, if your stuff's expired, it's not going to be as effective. And you know what? I'll buy a little bit more of this stuff if you throw this in there, half off. No, I'm not going to do that. Well, guess what? I'll just take this, and then I'll just take one of this. And good luck the next day, because it's only a 2-day show. So hopefully he sold out of that stuff, or he's got to pack it up, take it home, and then there you go. So
that's what happens to a lot of the gun shows here. A lot of people are from out of town. They're like, they have this in a town called McAllen, and that's the only place we can have a gun show here, because where I live in upstairs, they made a city ordinance that you can't have gun shows anymore. So it kind of sucks, So we got to go to out of town, and then you got people from Corpus Christi, you got people from San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, stuff, and they got to drive all the way down, and they're selling their stuff, and then like say Sunday, they got to pack it all up and take it back. So they try to, get rid of it but whatever they're selling, they try to, make deals and stuff so they don't have to take stuff back home, like too much stuff at home, and it's just like crazy, that's why I get what you're talking about, you're trying to make a deal and stuff, and people are like, no. Well, good luck selling it, because you're going to have to go to another gun show, run another table, spend time gas, transport your stuff, and sit there all day for 2 days just to see if you're going to sell anything. Yeah, if you're not going to make a deal and get rid of it, what's the point? You're just going to get stuck with it.
When I was buying storage units and I was going to auctions, I would sell that stuff, make a profit. That way I could upgrade, instead of, one size engine snowblower, I would go and seek out one that's on a topper level, more horsepower. That's how I would do it. I would just keep upgrading to the point that, you know, I would take whatever money I could make from there and just keep on getting better stuff. That way, at the next show, I could charge a little bit more for that premium price, but not like what these guys were doing. Like I know the market for this stuff, and there's no way you're going to convince me. I mean, you're going to convince somebody from Illinois, somebody from Ohio, or somebody from far downstate, you know, of Indiana to pay this price. But how often are those people going to be here? You know, I'm here now. The next show that you have here, I'll probably come to this next show. But if you're going to have the prices the way you have them priced now, it's not going to happen for me. And you're going to hope and pray that these people show back up. You know, it's supply and demand thing. I get that, but that's another reason why we go to gun shows, is to haggle, to poke and prod each other, to go sit back down at the table and say, I paid this for this. Oh, yeah, I paid this for this. And we're just trying to outdo each other on deals. You know, that's part of the camaraderie of gun shows. I don't know how you guys do it, but that's, you know, especially in Tulsa, like buying certain different guns that we wanted. You know, how much you get that for? That's a great price. You know, did you get this guy to come down on that price? You know, buying a Marlin 60 for $100 right now is probably impossible. You're not going to find that kind of price right now.
Dude, there was a time I was at a gun show, and you know the Franklin Armory binary trigger? This guy was selling it for like 800 and something bucks. And his reason was, oh, they're getting very rare and they're going quick. I'm like, dude, they're like 300 and something dollars. What the heck are you selling it for 800 bucks? No one's going to buy it.
Yeah, that's like the guy with the Macross mag.
Yeah, he had a bunch of uppers and stuff and accessories, and they didn't have markings on it, so you can't tell like, oh, it's Bravo or it's Spike's Tactical stuff. So you could tell it's all Chinese stuff and it's high price, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I'd stay away from that.
Yeah, it's like the guy
unless
with
you want to
experiment
or something.
This dude acted like it was the last Makarov mag that you're ever gonna find in the whole entire world. Not even going over to Bulgaria or Russia will you ever find these magazines again. So you have to pay me $60 for this magazine. No, I don't. I don't shoot that gun often, and it's something that I don't do, but I'll walk around on it. And I walked around on it, and then we sat there. We kind of had, oh, look, dude, I'll give you $35. That's as high as I'm going. These aren't as expensive as you think they are, and they're not as rare. You know, or I'll just wait for Atlantic or Classic to have them come back in to stock whenever they do show up. I mean, that's what really got me at the show. Everybody had the last piece of the puzzle that you're ever going to find to fulfill your firearms need, and it's just not like that.
That's just part of being a good in quotation marks salesperson.
Yeah, man. And I want to stress this. I want to stress this to everybody on the panel, everybody on the chat, everybody that watches my videos. Please go get your medical. Go get your supplies. Go get them as fast as you can find them. If you got to order offline, order offline. If you go to a gun show and you really can't haggle it like me as much as you want to, sometimes paying for it is going to help you out in the long run. A lot of people aren't buying body armor, carriers, or medical right now. I highly say invest in a carrier, at least for yourself. Invest in medical stuff, whether it be tourniquets, quick clot bandages, all that tactical, goofy stuff. Get it now. Have it now, because I think that's going to end up being the next run on stuff. It's going to be supplies. Now that, like George says, we're getting into hurricane season, tornadoes are going to be running around. That's going to be the next kind of thing that we're going to see. And I highly suggest you go do medical stuff.
Yeah. And it's like I say, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know, it just sits in a place until you need it, you know, and anything, like I said, medical is the best food, water, and whatever little else you can squeeze in, that's good. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, there's other stuff. There's other stuff to pick up that's important too. I mean, if you're, I can't tell anybody what their par of ammo should be. You know what I mean? Everybody's a little bit different, but if you're sitting in a decent spot where you've got a couple hundred rounds of each caliber or something like that, and you got enough that you sitting around in case something happens, but you not enough that you can't go shoot. There's other options, and maybe lay off the range a little bit. Look at something like the Mantis or some of the training things. The training systems. Those aren't going up in price. You can still buy the Mantis. That's super fun. That's a really cool thing. You do dry firing, do that kind of stuff. And do some, have some fun with that.
Or shoot less ammo. Shoot instead of like say 5.56, you shoot 22. If you can find 22, but stuff like that to practice with your stands and maneuvers and stuff like that. And like I said, dry firing actually helps too. So that's good.
When I was at that show, I talked to this guy. He's got a training place in Illinois. If anybody wants to know it, I can give you their email and their website. He's like, at this point, I don't even care if people come into the training class with a 22, because you can take those fundamentals like George is talking about, regardless of the caliber. You can take those fundamentals and you can transfer them over to your primary caliber that you're going to do. Yes, it doesn't have that much pop, and it's not like shooting the actual caliber, but the muscle movements and your brain can function just like that. It's just, you just got to get used to that. So that was really interesting talking. I don't know how long he's been training people, but he's like, at this point, you've walked around this gun show and you've seen the prices on the table for 9mm. He's like, this is what you got to do in these ammo crunch times. As the wind chimes go off.
Heck,
and speaking of wind chimes, we got Biker Bob out in the
paintball.
chat.
Yeah. If you play paintball or you play airsoft, that's also a good, practice your movements, your stands, war games, stuff like that, shoot and move and all kinds of stuff. There's always something else you can do to practice without having to use, ammunition, like when you play paintball, it's like practicing under live fire, though I know that, a wooden crate is not going to actually, block real bullets, it would paintball or airsoft pellets, but it won't be, bullets are going to go through it. So that's the only thing you got to learn. That's not going to work, But other than that, it's the same type of scenario,
I'd not bitch if they came in with a pellet pistol at this rate. Yeah.
Yeah, my next video is going to be on the ammunition stuff, about calibers and how much you should have on hand. I think it depends on your situation. Like, I've got 4 people that live in this household. Having 500 rounds of 9mm isn't going to do a whole lot if everybody's carrying a 9mm. Especially if magazine capacity isn't an issue in your state. Like my CZ, my tactical CZ that I take if something would happen, that's 18 rounds. My Canic is a 20. I have a 22 round mag, and those both take 9mm. So I think that really depends on what your situation is, what kind of guns you have, what kind of magazine capacity it has. I can't tell you like, oh, you should have 1,000 rounds for every gun. Well, what if you got 5 or 6 people that live with you and they all shoot 9mm? But I don't know about you guys. Before the ammo crunch, I could shoot 500 rounds in 9mm in about an hour. So now divide that into 4 other people shooting 9mm. 500 rounds isn't going to be enough. So I can't definitely give you an overlay on how many rounds you should have. Rifle rounds is a little bit of a different story compared to handgun rounds. I would have quite a bit of rifle rounds on hand. But I mean, again, it depends on your situation because a lot of us have 30-round mags. I mean, how quick can you shoot 30 rounds? You can shoot that pretty quick. So I think that would go a little bit more. If you're going to your pistol in some kind of scenario, you're probably either losing that fight or that's the last ditch effort.
I know there's a Hens chat link out there. If you need a link to the I pinned it out there, put it in there and then pinned it. If you want to go over to the giveaway that the Hens are doing, they go ahead and click that and go over there and do your thing. They're beginning towards the end of the month here, a couple of weeks. They got all sorts of fun stuff they're giving away. Anything from firearms. They're doing a mantis. They're doing all sorts of cool shit. So there's the old linkification out there, linkerizer. You go linkificate that and go do the giveaway. But yeah, those guys are all doing knives. They're all hell bent on out buying knives for each other. People have money to spend, and it's just where you're going to spend it. And I think it's up to you. 22 air rifle just to practice on a scope. Scope marksmanship be careful. It's terrible, but I can't afford to shoot all my ammo to practice. Yeah, that's tough, man. It sucks, dude. Like I haven't really shot, even though I've got a little bit more time right now. I just haven't gone out. It's just want to sit on it. Like I don't want to go out there and every time I squeeze the trigger, be like, God damn, there went 10 cents, there went 20 cents, there went 50 cents, there went, what I mean, whatever it is. Even on reloads and stuff, it's like, Yeah,
my buddy just sent me a picture. He bought an air rifle, and he's setting up a 20-yard indoor range in his basement for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be, a lot of people used to do that. It used to be really kind of a popular thing to do.
I would say go shoot, man. I'd say go shoot. I'd say look at your gun stores first. Take a good look at them. See what they have in stock. Look online. Look at those places, and then start, parceling out what you can shoot, what you can't shoot. Like that's what I did with my collection of ammunition. I have a box where I can expend these rounds and have enough in the other box if something went wrong. Now, again, I don't encourage anybody, the gun show that I went to fall back on there as a plan as you expend these rounds. I definitely go look at your local shop. Like my local shop had boxes of 9mm in stock. I bought one. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out and shoot because I've just replaced that box. I mean, I would be really conservative on how much you shoot, but I wouldn't stray away from like never shooting again. I mean, because we don't know how this is going to shake out. I would keep tabs on where you get your ammo from, and if it's in stock, I would buy a box, shoot a box, buy a box, shoot a box. As long as it's not, $90 a box.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just, I don't know. It's a bummer. It's just like, it seems like it's never ending. It's just kind of depressing. That's the thing about it. You're just like, ugh. And you always wish you would have bought more back in the day. You wish you would have bought this, bought that. Yeah. I wish the upper I want $610. I could have bought it at $400 or something like that. And I'm like, fuck, man, it sucks. Why didn't I buy it? But at the time, you looked at it. I'm like, man, I don't have $400. I don't have $400 to spend on it. So it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Can't.
A couple years ago, I bought 5.56. The American Eagle, and Academy had it on sale for like $5 something. And I was like, cool, I could buy like 200 rounds, and it'd be real cheap. Because I always like buying the Remington or the ammo can did you have all the 200 rounds or 250 rounds and stuff? And I used to like that. But then I was like, hey, at five something a box, I could buy almost as much as the same, except cheaper than buying an ammo can with it, So I was like stocking up, I was like buying. But then, the sale ended, since it was only a week, and I was like, oh well, now it's back to like $6 to $7 a box, At the time, that was.
Yeah, one of the ranges I belong to, they're running some defensive pistol courses, and they've added some moving targets where they come at you or they shoot across, but you got to be able to dedicate 300 rounds to the class. I'm like,
it's a lot of rounds, man.
Yeah,
it's enough to keep a lot of people up. It's enough to keep a lot of people away.
You know what else sucks, man? See, now that we've gotten past the stimulus bill, now they're going to start toying around with this legislation that a lot of people have been talking about. And I think that's going to add a lot of panic to people right now. I understand what a lot of gun channels are saying, but when you see how this stimulus bill shook out, how the Democrats can pass stuff at will, I think you really need to either somewhat keep your Congress people in check or in control at this point, or, I don't know what's going to happen. Seeing how the stimulus bill was pushed really fast and it got through, gun control is the next thing, and that stuff's already going to go to into the committee, and it's already scheduled. I looked at it today. So I would be really cautious of this. And then again, it's probably going to drive people to panic. I mean, and it really has nothing to do with ammunition. It's just the background checks. You know what I'm saying? But still, how things kind of shake out on people. Yeah,
I took a little bit of, not a whole lot. I took a couple minutes while I was setting up here and started looking up some of the bills. There's a bunch of them, man. There's a bunch of them, and we all know most of them aren't going to pan out, and some of them are so fucking crazy that they, they're not going to go anywhere. But there's a couple that are pretty simple and straightforward. Universal background checks and gun show loophole, quote unquote, that kind of stuff. Like those simple ones, those ones that are just like real short and sweet and to the point. That's the shit that's going to get through, and that's what we got to. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. I honestly am not. I have a hard time keeping them straight by the number. I don't know what number's what without. I was gonna try and sit down and jot them all down, but I just kept going around in circles because every once in a while they change numbers, that kind of thing, like because they're not. They never made it to committee and they changed the numbers or whatever. All you have to do is look at HR 1, We the People Act, the Equity Act. It's all garbage. The stimulus is going to make shortages worse because now people will have extra money to spend on ammo and guns again. Yeah, at some point, I think I think guns are going to come down way faster than ammo. I think this big panic buy. I don't want to call it a big panic buy, but this big push in gun sales for the past year and a half or whatever is going to it's tapering off. You can start seeing some deals again where, some of the prices are coming down on certain guns. Now it will kind of it will flare back up again once some of these bills get close, or if Biden starts opening his fucking mouth about, executive actions and whatnot. They'll flare back up, but they'll come back down. Ammo, I don't see it coming down for quite a long time.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah.
If people keep doing the same thing like they're doing now, it may take a while. But yeah, it may go down, but maybe not like it used to be, I mean, like say 5.56, we'll be paying like $10 a box if it gets low enough for that. If not, we'll be paying maybe 20. But we have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's especially when you start getting into self defense rounds. I mean, we're talking about all these prices with just what we would consider cheap ass range ammo. You know what I mean? Like when you see what they're charging for a box of 20 critical defense or, gold dots or something like that, it's like, holy fuck, man. Like it's insane. That kind of stuff.
They're already expensive enough.
Right.
Enough before
that's what I mean.
The whole thing.
Yeah, you're paying $1 a round or, $1.25 a round or something like that before. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts. What's really funny, a couple of weeks ago, I came across some ad and not ad. Well, I mean, an ad, like a little whatever sales ad or whatever. And it was 50 BMG. And I was like, I couldn't believe that it was basically the same prices same price it's been. Actually, it was like $4 something a round or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, 50 BMG is like panic buy proof. It's like the only thing that I've seen. It's the only thing that I've seen in the past year that actually didn't go crazy. Yeah.
Maybe they had too much ammo and they decided to discount it so it can get rid of it.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember what it was. Nothing special. It wasn't anything crazy, but just seeing it was kind of funny. It made me laugh a little bit. I was like, huh. Everybody got to go out and buy 50 BMGs because at least you can get the ammo at a what was considered a reasonable price. Ozzy says we have to watch them, attaching some of these bills to other bills. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it sucks, man.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see what I have here for stories.
Story time stories?
Yeah, just some articles.
Are they Dr. Seuss stories?
Yeah.
There once was a virgin from Nantucket. What? No.
Talking about Miss Feinstein. Feinstein, yeah.
Feinstein,
this bill would require background checks. She's trying to push through, and this is one of the ones that I think is more troublesome because it's a little simpler. It's a universal background check. No big deal, right? Like that's something that most people that are that in government are gonna acquiesce to. I don't know if there's anything else in it. Can't remember. 89% of Americans support background checks for all potential gun purchases, it says, a 2019 Washington Post ABC News poll found. So I pulled this one up just because it was so straightforward. This is a shit that's going to get passed. Mag limit, universal background checks, restrictions on where you can carry. Those little things are gonna get pushed through. Oops. Hold on here. Come on back here.
I want to be here. I want to come over there.
Over here.
No, there.
Biden Attorney General nominee pleads ignorance on gun control limits. President Joe Biden's pick for the top law enforcement post in America told the Senate that he was uninformed about important gun issues that he faces what could be a close confirmation vote. Merrick Garland told Senator Tom Cotton he was unfamiliar with key gun policy areas. Ozzy, no. I'll have to go down and check. I checked after you asked me the other week. I went down and checked, and I hadn't gotten anything. I can check again in the next couple days. I don't go past it anymore because I'm not at that job anymore. So it's kind of out of my way. But, it was what it is. I'll check it again, but I don't think it's coming.
You might want to check and make sure that little man didn't sneak it out from you when you weren't looking first.
Well, it would be he would have to drive down to the PO box and steal my PO box key and stuff. So I don't think he did that.
You should know, being a dad now, you should know that little man can be pretty resourceful when he puts his mind to something.
Yep. I will say this:
kids are a lot smarter these days.
We'll get back to this, and I'll tell you a funny story. So we do some little running around today. We go to the PetSmart to pick up some dog food. We go to the Patriot. Yes, I did. Yes. And we go to the grocery store. And you remember a couple of weeks ago in that Instagram, we had that one where it was like new dads, and he was trying to close the refrigerator door. It was so funny. So we go to the grocery store, and he's helping me push the cart, or he's pushing the cart, or whatever. And we stop, and I go and I open up the cooler door, one of the refrigerated coolers, and it has like the chocolate milk and the milk and stuff in it. So I reach up and I grab some milk off the higher shelf. And as I did, so the door opens from left to right towards you. You open it up and it's in your right hand if you're looking at it, if that makes sense. So I go to that, I open it up, I grab the milk, I turn around, I put it in the cart, I let the door go. Like when I let the door go, he must have scooted behind me and to my left as I turned, so I didn't see him, and he went in to grab a chocolate milk, and I heard this clunk.
Oh God!
I heard this clunk, and he goes, "Ow! What the heck?" Those doors don't shut hard, and they're not heavy, but yeah, basically he tried to sneak in behind me to grab himself a chocolate milk, and the door shut on his head. It hit him in the head, bonked him, and it was so funny just because of that Instagram video. I was like, oh my God, it's just like the video.
Well, Midnight, there's a difference between something actually hurting you and, I didn't expect that, therefore it hurt more.
Right. It was just like clunk, and he goes, hey, what the heck? So, Merrick Garland told Senator Tom Cotton he was unfamiliar with key gun policy areas in written answers made public Wednesday night. He said he did not know enough about the topic to say whether Biden could unilaterally deny gun sales by permanently delaying background checks. He used the same explanation when asked if Biden could ban the sale of popular rifles like AR-15, something Biden promised to make law during his campaign. I am unfamiliar with this issue and cannot offer an opinion on that question, Garland said of the unilateral AR-15 ban. We watched a clip of this when he said this the other day, and it was incredibly boring, but also another perfect non-answer. It's a non-answer to a question that's important to people. Are you going to do this? I don't know anything about it. I don't know. I never thought about it. I think that's what he said, right? I never thought about it.
Yeah, but at least he's being slightly, or at least seeming to be more honest by saying, I am not familiar with this issue, rather than just trying to bullshit it or just next question.
But I don't buy that. I don't buy that he really isn't knowledgeable enough on it to make a comment. I think he didn't want to make a comment. Just like what's her face, the Jen Psaki, she's the queen of non-answers, right? There was one today.
Girl.
There was one today. I saw a clip that somebody asked her, a really simple question. Oh, it was about one of them was about Cuomo. He said, Cuomo did such a great job and, all this stuff. Does Biden still believe that? And she gave some 5-minute answer that didn't answer the question, she's the queen of it. I mean, at least Trump's people answered most of the questions, I feel like, or answered more of the questions than, people didn't like the answers sometimes, but at least they got one.
Great, Midnight. You were talking ill of the dead about Feinstein. Now we got a ghost out in the chat.
G-Host. Yeah.
Ghost?
That was the whole reason we stopped his confirmation to the Supreme Court. He's a gun grabber, Patriot says. Critics have accused Garland of not being forthcoming about his views on several important issues. Cotton says he would delay Garland's nomination and ask him for more information. Democrats are trying to expedite Judge Garland's confirmation vote. He said on Wednesday, I'm blocking them because Judge Garland has refused to answer basic questions. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't trust that dude. I don't trust that he's not knowledgeable or doesn't have never thought about something. You know,
Suze, what the heck?
Scared to say what he wants to say. Let's see, what's this one? We're at the Furk. It's
We're
true.
the Furk if eat the Turkin.
We're at the Furk.
What's happening?
It's a one
What's
live
going
Moo.
on, Moo?
So I did forget to tell you guys. Moo was going to be late. He had to go. He had to go pick up his daughter from the airport because she backed into a plane and he had to go get her bumper.
Whoa. You went to the airport without me? You told me that you're going to be drinking down one of those carboys. You went to the freaking airport and you didn't get me a damn pretzel? You're dead to me.
Cinnabon was closed, too. Sorry.
Cinnabon. Oh. Dang.
What the heck?
Just because the store is closed is no excuse for you not breaking in there. What the hell? Come on. Hustle, people.
I thought he was doing his second job at the airport. He's driving for Moober.
No, we had an issue
driver.
with Moober being a little too close to Man Boobs Unlimited, so we got a cease and desist on that.
Yes, they're real and they are spectacular.
So you finally went through with waxing them?
What the heck, Dad? All I wanted was the chocolate milk.
It tells Moober, it's just like Moober if you don't tip.
Yeah.
It's not McDonald's. It's McDowell's.
You heard the grocery store story?
Yes, I did.
Clunk.
You missed the part where you left his head in there and slammed it 5 or 6 more times.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This'll teach you.
No chocolate.
And so it goes clunk, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, buddy," and he didn't he hardly batted an eye. He just said, "Oh, what the heck," and then reached in and grabbed 3 chocolate milks. I'm like, hey, how about one? Huh?
But Dad, I hurt my head.
But my arm is hurt. I need more.
Your arms are hurting because you're trying to pick up 3 gallons. You get the court.
How about one, buddy? Democrat James Clyburn admits current gun control push is just the first step. This is my finger gun. Pew pew. House Whip James Clyburn introduced gun control legislation this week and made clear that his current push is just the first step. The NSSF warning that Clyburn was going to put forward gun control to extend the period of time it takes to undergo an instant background check for gun purchases. Current laws allow such checks to be extended up to 3 weeks. 3 business days to allow FBI reviewers to sift through pertinent criminal records. Clyburn's bill would extend that to at least 10 days. So that's also, I only bring this one up because this is another one. It's a small change. It's a small step. Well, it's 3 days now. What's another week, right? It's no big deal. Why do you need a gun so fast? What's the big deal? What's waiting 10 days? And they see these as not a big deal thing. And Kara Revolver says, "Am I late? A little bit, little bit. I guess it depends on what
when he intended to be here.
What time zone you're in, right? That's true. He might have intended to be here at midnight, and now he's here, so he's right on time. Uh-huh. I think that many people don't look at this. I look at the 3-day thing as more of a check and balance than anything else. And I'm sure other people do too, but it's like, hey, get your shit together. Tell me that I can have it. And if you fuck up, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. You guys want to be the government and, think that you're fucking awesome at everything. Well, then be awesome at it. And, you've got your 3 days and as technologically advanced as our society is, shouldn't take more than 3 days. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. and they have up to 3 days. So, but that's the kind of stuff that's going to pass. It'll turn into 3 days. Then they'll shoot for, they'll say 10 days, and maybe they'll go to 7. Maybe they'll change it down to 7. And people will be like, oh yeah, okay, a week. That's no big deal, because there's a weekend in there, and you can't expect them to get it done during the weekend. So you got to push it back a little bit, and that's what's going to happen. That's one of the things.
Even though it clearly says 3 business days, so is this person trying to say that, it's going to be a 10-day wait, or they have up to 10 days to get it?
It said up to 10 days. FBI reviewers to sift through pertinent. Clyburn's bill would expand the extended review to at least 10 days. So it's saying at least 10 days.
I got a friend of mine that he didn't mind. He was saying, if they make a waiting period, I wouldn't mind waiting to get a gun. I mean, I can wait and stuff. And I said, yeah, I know, but people don't want to wait. And his reason that he thought is just like you said, checks and balances. It was like, well, maybe that'll keep a person from that's emotional, like he's mad and he's going to buy a gun right then and there and then go shoot up his place of business, like his employer or something like that. And I told him, well, in the past so many years, how many people have done that? At least we've had people who have planned their active shooter, their shooting thing that they're going to do, because they wait to buy the firearm, they get the ammunition, they get whatever else like body armor or whatever they can get, and they do their deed, they do their horrible act of using a firearm for and they go back into it, and they said, yeah, this guy has been planning this for so long. So those days of, this will keep a person from getting mad and going to buy a firearm and use it for an evil act, those days are gone. Those people don't do that anymore. They plan their shootings and stuff, So that's why I say that these little waiting period things just doesn't really work.
Well, and meanwhile, that person who really needs one to protect themselves from somebody gets shot or something happens to them because they had to wait.
Yeah, and then that's another thing right there that can hinder that. There's always something that can hinder that just for these waiting periods.
Anybody that tries to use the argument of, if somebody's going to be in the heat of the moment and they're just going to take the trip to their gun store and buy a gun, that way they can go back home and kill their spouse or whatever the heck they want to do. I ask them, well, why don't we put a 10-day waiting period on renting a car? Why do we do that? Because plenty of people go out and rent cars. Case in point, New York. Guy went rented a Home Depot truck. What did he do with it? He went and started running down people. I believe a few years ago there was a case in Ontario, Canada, where an individual went, rented a car, ran down and killed something like 20 people with it. Why don't we start putting limits on rental cars then? 10 days before you can actually car. And then all of a sudden, when you attack something in their life that is pertinent to them and that they care about, it starts them thinking, oh, well, wait a minute.
Yep.
I said, talking about Ghost and his mom. I said Ghost's mom taught him to always wear clean sheets in case he got into an accident, which is a funny thing to say to somebody too. Like, make sure you always wear clean underwear in case you get in an accident. But if you're in a really bad accident to the point where people are like ripping your clothes off, underwear is probably not clean anymore anyway. Like, shit has hit the fan and your underwear. You know what I mean? Biden's gun control isn't intended to fight crime. It's intended to criminalize gun owners. This crazy old cooch just, I think, crazy enough to try and start doing some executive actions. But this article had some based on the 2016 survey of prison inmates. The Justice Department reported in 2019 that among prisoners who possessed a gun during their offense, 90% did not obtain it from a retail source. Astoundingly, only 0.8% of prisoners who had a firearm during their offense legally obtained it at a gun show. So less than 1% of all firearms used in gun-related offenses came from gun shows. Which doesn't mean they didn't get a background check either. Like, they're not necessarily even saying this correctly. Like, they say 0.8% obtained it at a gun show. But that doesn't mean they didn't go through a background check. So if you can even wipe out a majority of those and say, you know, these people obtained it at a gun show without a check or something like that. So this is fascinating, seeing that the current administration and congressional majority would have us believe that gun show loophole is one area where the plague of gun violence is spawning from, and it's just common sense to address it. But yet again, the facts show this is an illusion. What is not an illusion is this. If the Biden administration successfully shoves firearm regulation through Congress or enables it through executive action, Biden will be solely responsible for criminalizing an estimated 72 million people who legally own firearms, as if our prison and legal system weren't overburdened enough. So much for common sense. So I just thought that was an interesting number just to see, you know what I mean? So it's grape, not purple. Oh, we're talking about grape crayons out there? Delicious.
Look, Ghost, the box that has the treat, that has the little crayon treats that I give you say purple. I'm not spending the extra $1 to get you the ones that say grape on the side. So therefore the flavor is purple. And have another biscuit. Be quiet.
Say aqua blue.
Aqua blue? Those are $3.50 more than the purple ones.
The next article was on gun show loophole. Sheila Jackson Lee's crazy ass
Sheila Jackson Lee.
Yeah, crazy ass Sheila Jackoff Lee Jackson Lee.
Don't jack off Lee. He's kind of scummy.
Yes. No
he says he'll give you $20, but then he just cuts and runs.
And like she says, this AR-15 is so heavy. It's like carrying a box of 15 pounds and stuff.
No, it's like 3 moving boxes. 10 moving boxes. What the hell kind of crazy dumbass? What kind of dumbass statement is that? 10 moving box. What the hell? What the fuck's a moving box? He doesn't eat generic crayons. He says. He says he has standards.
Ghost, you ate the dog biscuit I gave you last time. Don't be talking to me about standards.
How about a Scooby snack?
We were on a drive one time out towards Pittsburgh, and I actually passed a billboard for the Crayola factory, and it had ghosts on it. And he was munching away. He looked really happy. It's really good.
Well, look, this is progress from Ghost. He's gone from being a window licker to a sign licker.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's really the Crayola people's faults anyway. I mean, they had all those kids paint the sign for them with crayons. So, True story, right on the internet.
I heard it on the interwebs. Ghost was saying up there earlier that they were getting governor here in Arkansas signed the Stand Your Ground bill this week, so there's that. We got that going on. That's cool. Here's one from Wyoming. Bill to repeal most Wyoming gun-free zones scheduled for hearing. A bill that would repeal most gun-free zones in Wyoming is scheduled for committee hearing this morning. Senate File 67 would allow people to carry guns into governmental meetings, including those of legislature, as well as into schools, colleges, and universities. But owners of businesses and other private properties would still be able to ban guns if they want to do so. You got that going on too. There is still a smattering of pro-gun stuff going on out there. It's just not getting a whole lot of headlines for sure. It's more local stuff. If you're in the area in that state or whatever, you're just not seeing it anywhere else though.
There you go, Defense Dad.
What's that?
Yes,
I know that guy.
Now
that's beauteous hair. That's beautiful hair.
That is freaking awesome.
Now you see, Ghost, even they're agreeing that after you ate that biscuit, you had a nice shiny coat and soft hair. So there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be giving me no guff about saying you thought it was a gourmet biscuit.
Bisquick. Limp Bisquick. My favorite.
Oh, yeah, that's usually what Bisquick is before you fry it, is limp. Sometimes
awesome.
lumpy, too.
Yeah, lumpy Bisquick. Pancake batter can be a little lumpy. That's okay. If you leave a little bit of lump in there, it's okay. It'll cook out. No big deal.
It'll make thick pancakes.
Bacon pancakes.
Yeah, I got this from Defense Dad. He says, "Why are chefs so sarcastic? Because murder charges are so expensive."
True story.
And let's look at the Instagrams. Let's look at the Instamagrams.
Instamagrams.
What do we got on the Instamagrams this week?
Instamagram.
Hopefully it's something from Jedi.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, the first one right there.
Nope, that's not from Jedi. It's somebody else. To prevent spreading germs in the workplace, can anyone think of a good alternative to shaking hands? Yeah. You.
The finger.
Hold on, I forgot to.
Well, it's the people you can flip off and get away with that are actually your friends.
That's true. Yeah, if you work with people. Hey, how you doing? Fuck off.
I don't really care. I just,
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try that again. I forgot to do the audio. The audio clickify the audio here.
You've been spending too much time with Yankee if you're getting befuddled by technologically.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And see how this is going to work out for her?
Oh.
Is that a snatch block?
That's a snatch snap.
Bungee cords?
What's funny is the dude has a shirt that says hero on it. So I don't know how much of a hero he is after this one.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Oh.
Now it'll look like somebody hit it with an axe.
You have to give it CPR.
The string was gone after that one.
When I played football, we did these buddy runs, and what we have is these elastic things that would go around our waist. Well, a band that would go around our waist, and they had an elastic band that your partner would hold on to give resistance while you ran. And those things were the worst freaking things ever because they were not the greatest securement. I don't remember if it was Velcro or just a regular buckle, but they'd always come undone, and then you'd have to friggin' try and dodge them. More than once, somebody got snapped in the friggin' nads with it. It's awful. Yeah. Just like a giant rubber band coming back and shooting you in the nuts.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it was bad.
My little brother, I want to be a racist when I grow up. Mom, horrified. Sister, horrified. Me, who told him that race car drivers are called racists. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. So this.
Meanwhile, in Soviet Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, so this guy, you only have so much time to return your rental car, or they charge you for the second day. So this guy was in a hurry, I guess.
Salam alaikum. Два чикенбургера можно, пожалуйста?
Gotta get this car back.
Coffee. Oh shit.
That's fine.
As long as you have
it'll buff out. It'll buff out. This dude, saved her.
This dude dodged a hell of a bullet. I saw this and I thought for sure this guy was super fucked.
Oh shit!
Yep, dude, that fucking car is so close to coming down on top of him. I was scared for this guy. Ugh.
Well, I think up until he started backing up, he was half okay.
Yeah.
You can hold it up there with your
It's like, oh shit, I can fix this. I can fix this. No, I can't.
If Two Live Moo was a goat instead of a cow, he'd be an asshole goat, just like this guy. Do 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 do, pow.
That's some ninja moves right there.
Now, what I don't know is why this video doesn't have like the parkour. Parkour. And parkour.
You should have the Benny Hill song.
Forbidden sandwiches. The old stuffed loaf of bread. The old ham and cheese vertical. The trifecta of banana peanut butter. And the super bologna sandwich.
Hey, the ends of the bologna are the best part.
I like it. I'm not saying that, it's the 4 horsemen of forbidden sandwiches. I thought that was pretty good. And you look at him, you're like, how did that guy get those to balance like that? He's a fucking wizard.
Super
and
glue.
The bologna sandwich looks pretty good.
Toothpicks.
Yeah, but even then, getting it to stand up straight, I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, probably stale bread.
Mom, you have 14 apples, and you eat 2 apples. How many apples you have left? Me, 6. You have 14 apples, and then you eat 2. How many apples are left? Me, cry, tears. The thing is, we don't know if it's the tears of the kid or the tears of the mom. Mom's like, oh my god, my kid's stupid. What are you gonna do? This is a good
past the 90-day return warranty.
Mm-hmm. If you lost the bottom part of your false teeth around the gin, please ask the cashier for them. Another reason gin is the worst. You guys
Patriots
are
acting up again.
Yeah, son of a bitch is out there bitching.
Are those spaghetti spiders? Oh wait, those are tamales.
These are not. These are. This is really cool. He's using I don't know what kind of leaf it is. It's not a bamboo leaf or a palm leaf. They're real thinner. They're thinner. Some kind of fern. And he's tearing them by hand and weaving them into praying mantises. I just came across it and I was like, how cool is that? In 30 seconds, he's making these little praying mantises. And I thought, how neat is that, man? I thought that was pretty cool. Snickers Rice Krispie bar.
Fun way to get your diabetes.
Here you go. Here you go.
Oh, big iceberg.
Yeah, big. Yeah, this is a real good idea.
Whoa! Oh my fucking god!
Yeah. There you go, buddy.
Hey, Super, how you doing?
That dude ain't getting a security deposit back.
I mean, it could have taken out the entire steps, but that would have actually been more funny.
Yeah, for Patriot Act, there's a big old chunk of ice hanging off the roof. The dude pushed it with a broom or something, and it fell and took out half the staircase in his apartment complex. Pretty fucking gnarly.
Swinging back and forth.
When you're in the hospital thinking you got small fever, this is good. When you're in the hospital thinking you got a small fever, but the cast of the Avengers comes in full costume to visit you. Oh, no. Oh, I'm dead. I'm a dead man.
Make a wish.
Yep. Lightsaber night has been canceled. Thanks a lot, Todd.
We were just screwing around, but you had to take it too far.
You had to go and cut Todd's arm off. Thanks a lot, Todd.
Had to go make it weird and awkward.
This is actual footage of Gizzard Gary on the playground as a kid. It says, did the chicken just kick her while she was curled into a ball? Chickens are mean as shit.
Well, it's
What
a
a
rooster.
cock.
Yeah.
Jacky son's a bitch.
I was chasing chickens with my blind stick today. That was fun.
Beating chicken? Are you trying to choke them?
Actually, I ended up with one of the chickens. It was pissed.
I replayed this song like 1,000,000 times already. Bill Smith replies. 324 equals 3 minutes 24 seconds equals 204 seconds times 1,000,000, 2,000,000, 2 billion, whatever seconds. He goes all the way down, 230, 2,361.2 divided by 365 is 6.5 years. This video came out last year. You, sir, lied. Shame on you. Got to do that math.
Mm-hmm. Math.
This is 100% true. It would be 100% true. When you're at work at a restaurant and see Gordon Ramsay walk in with his camera crew, you're like, oh, fuck. This is going to be bad.
Are you sure it's still considered murder if I hit him? You sure?
Yeah.
This is Burt Waffles.
These guys at the Waffle House are going to be pissed.
Chicken leg.
The cat was thinking really hard if he wanted to fuck with the dog or not. Cats are assholes, too. Cats and chickens.
Little black and white kitty just sitting on the arm.
He's like, look at this goddamn dog here. I'm going to punch the shit out of him. Here, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him.
Like, something is slightly amiss here. What are you laughing about?
Dog's like, why are they laughing? Why are they laughing?
A little tubby dog.
This is, again, this is the gym that Gizzard goes to. It's only for guys with chicken legs.
Ugh. That was
pretty good. Don't skip leg day.
Always skip leg day.
Oh my god, this was super weird. I don't know if you guys heard this. This is Pelosi talking about Biden. It's super weird.
My grandchildren have for many, many years been longtime friends of Joe Biden. I took them for candy at a place still in New York. Well, they have sort of like swinging doors. I hear them pronounce. In order to open these doors, we do not say open sesame. We say open Biden. That's our magic word. Open Biden. I love it.
You retard.
She's out of her god. She's crazy.
Someone was fucking with the teleprompter.
It threw up in my mouth a little bit.
She's so whacked out, man.
That was friggin' creepy.
Yeah. Isaac Newton died a virgin. That means I have one up on history's greatest scientific genius because I'm not dead.
Looks like that one dude from Ice Pirates.
Yeah. When you get pulled over doing 85 and a 60 with an unregistered, suppressed SBR in the passenger seat and 3 pounds of chronic in the trunk, but your $4 bootlicker sticker is about to pay for itself.
All right.
All right. How normal people see meatloaf? How vegans see meatloaf. It's just a little sad kitty with a chunk of butter on it.
Base.
I mean, if your meatloaf looks like a furry kitty, you have definitely missed a couple steps in your cooking.
Undercooked it. That's the only issue.
Just a little bit.
A little undercooked. I don't remember what this one is.
Parkour.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck! Legs do not bend that way.
So,
Tag Patriot
Foss sent
in
me
it.
that. Foss sent me that, and my reply was, "Rest in peace, that chick's goddamn knee, man."
Like her knee and her hip. Oh,
yeah, she's gonna be walking funny for the rest of her life after that one. That was pretty brutal.
And
I forgot what it was until
way.
I started seeing her run. Yeah,
Ah.
She's basically saying that they summon all the wishes through Biden, and Biden does what he's told. For sure, absolutely. Here's another playground one. Kids, it's the old spin, the old
merry-go-round.
Not a merry-go-round, but
yeah, I don't know.
Shit. What am I thinking? I can't.
It was merry-go-round.
Yeah.
I thought we called it a merry-go-round.
Yeah, we had. There was another we used to call. There's something else.
We used to have like small ones that would have like 1 or 2 people on it, and we used to call them uculators because that's basically what you do.
You spin that so fast, you're trying to see how many people you get to fly off of it.
Yep. See if you can hang on horizontally.
It's funny, kids getting thrown off right and left, total carnage, wails of anguish. Not one adult gave a single shit about it. You know what too? What's the worst with those things is when they really get spinning and you start to slide out, right, and your feet go out, and then you can't stop yourself, and you're like your torso goes out, and next thing you know, you're dragging on the ground, and you don't want to let go because you're gonna get kicked in the face by every other kid on that thing.
The worst part is now they have made these safer. They got like some sort of friction brake once they get going so fast that they have resistance. It makes it harder to spin.
You ever see it where somebody will take a motorcycle and put the back wheel up against the side of it, going like 5 miles an hour?
And that's one of the good ones there. It's all slick. The worst part is when they try to make it safer and they put grippy tape on it. Little do they know, when you fall on that grippy tape, it's going to tear your face.
Yeah.
Oh, Graham.
One sip of this lets you see through time. It's a bunch of monsters all mixed together. And I like this comment down here. It says, "We can't let Kyle collect all the 6 infinity monsters." Daily humor memes. They have a bunch of good ones. They're daily humor memes all run together. They do a good job.
Infinity monsters.
Yeah, this is. You remember this back in the day? Y'all weren't there. It's the printout of the
quest.
Quest. Yep. Yeah. And then they posted it and says, "Sorry, I missed your wedding. I took a single wrong turn, and frankly, I still have no clue where I am." But that was still awesome, man. You not remember how awesome that was to be able to print that out? That was the shit back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, who needs a map? I got this thing.
Yeah. I do enjoy this. What's up?
Oh, Faust just asked us, I just got here, what did I miss? Faust, rewind the chat about 5 minutes, and when you see the kind of thin gal looking like she's going to do some parkour, start there.
He sent it to me. He knows what it is.
Yeah.
So, wait, I thought this was kind of fun. I want one of these.
Yeah, that's a Pontiac Grand Am. They used to do that when they would get loose.
Like a cheese grater.
Wow, mine hasn't started doing that yet.
Damn kid stick his finger in there. Yep.
You're going to go in time with that, flex
Dunkin'
capacity.
Donuts joins Frankfurt Candy for coffee-flavored jelly beans. I like the idea of that. That sounds good.
Good, because everybody in my family doesn't like them. That means I can finally keep the bag to myself.
I couldn't remember why. I couldn't remember why I saved this until I read it again. It says, a brain-dead woman was kept alive in 1991 because she was pregnant. She later gives birth to a healthy baby boy. I don't know where my comment is in here, but my comment basically says there's 2 kids in that picture. So which one's the healthy one and which one's that's kind of bums you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
The Washington football team. They can't even say the Redskins anymore. The Washington football team announces it will replace cheerleading squad with co-ed dance team. Of course they will.
God.
Of course they will.
No.
Well, it's like the Cleveland Indians aren't going to be the Indians this year.
Of course not.
Ooh, that sexy gun.
Oh. I bet you didn't know, though, putting a sticker on your gun like that adds 10 to 15 feet per second, depending on what elevation you're at.
It picks up.
It's like racing. It's like racing. Yeah, it's like racing stripes on an old Camaro. Get at least 5 miles, 5 horsepower. I do think we need to discuss this because Batman's muzzle control here is pretty damn bad, and he shoots up in the air, which is not safe to do. First of all. And then brings the gun down and points it at everybody else while he's laughing. I don't like it.
I mean, one is Superman, who literally bounces bullets off him, and then the Flash can dodge bullets, so...
Mm-hmm.
I did say it was a starter pistol. I said it was a starter pistol.
You don't know that?
Lies.
You don't know it was a starter pistol? Look, why is there a line coming out of the barrel then? It's because there's a bullet coming out of it. That's why.
It's the force of the powder.
You're the fucking force of the powder. You're full of shit.
Look at all that smoke. It must be like Fiachi ammo.
Roki?
No, it's wolf ammo. It's wolf.
Fiachi ammo.
It's pronounced Roki.
Oh man, dude. I just got an email now Fiachi's doing ammo. They're only putting like 10% of the powder in it, so it's like 75% squibs.
Come on! Yeah!
You wanna see a kid that's gonna own a motorcycle one day, whether his parents know it or not? He rove up, gave the kid a fist bump, and then took off in a wheelie.
And this is why we cannot let Kyle have all 6 monsters.
That's right.
Way to go, Todd.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Todd.
Way to go, Todd. Thanks, Todd.
They said this clip says this guy was running like a robot. I don't think so. I think he's running like Forrest Gump.
Man, why the fuck would I want friends?
This dude runs like Forrest Gump. Look at him go. Look at him go. Just nothing moves on him. This dude was like, he's running like the. Yeah, he says he's running like the guy from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the police officer.
Well, look, this is merely proof that all football games are just CGI. They ran out the run cycles.
Yeah. I'm not sure what this one is.
Oh, what did Yankee do to his mini?
Oh, these guys waited their whole lives for this moment. See, they totally saved this guy's life. I bet. Watch the fist bump. Yeah, man, we fucking did it.
Oh, he fucking noticed us.
They're like, what? Oh yeah, good job, Bob. Nice job, Steve. Nice job, Steve. Good job, Bob. It's like barely touched it. They're like, yeah, fucking right. Yeah, this is Yankee on his way to Sporting Center when he heard that they were fear mongering.
Hey, there's a wall there.
That's the fearmonger mobile.
Yeah.
Wah wah.
Did his vagina fly out of that window?
That's why it pulled right so hard, because it caught wind. His vagina caught wind and acted
right there. He gas popped it.
It's like a spinnaker.
They're not meat curtains; they're meat sails.
Kind of like one of those top racks for parachutes.
Aging punk skater die tattoo becoming more threatening every day. Me at a job interview claiming I can work under pressure. Also me working under pressure. It's just totally melting down. Fuck. Kids under 12 are free to eat. Me eats 3. Waiter, oh my God.
Those could have been some very big kids.
That's like saying, what's the hardest part about eating a vegetable? You know, that old joke.
Getting around the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I was going to say remembering to unplug it.
My dog bit my wife today, and now we have to get rid of her. So sad. The dogs are just jumping all over. Disney pulls Peter Pan, Dumbo, or Aristocats and from children's profiles after warning of stereotype negative depictions. Yeah. Everything's gone.
Yeah, man.
Dumbo I can see with the crows.
No matter how bad your life is, just remember, there are people out there worried about the gender of a plastic potato.
How dare you?
You have ruined my childhood.
That whole thing just pissed me off.
That's fucking stupid. Yeah. It's so goddamn stupid, man. It's just this one's funny. I do like this one. when you're drunk as fuck, so you decided to knock out all your friends with a deer you found.
True story. News at 11.
I have no idea what this is from, but it's ridiculous. Like, where could this possibly be from?
I'll put $5 on Florida.
Or Northern Michigan.
This is funny too. I like this. This is Ghost in training.
Holy shit!
Oh God! Did you see that?
God damn it, Steve! We told you not to lynch wrist it.
Wow.
That's what happens when you squib a rocket launcher.
Good.
Oh no, there's that other one where it like barely gets out of the tube and just kind of falls.
Boink.
Yeah, that was funny. That one. You just like plump, and then they run and it explodes.
China wants to teach masculinity after seeing stereotypical gender roles change. Political advisors claim country is going through masculinity crisis. I believe it. It's going to happen here too. They said they deleted that video. Ghost, you get it's. You know what? It's those little hands. He just couldn't hold on to the damn thing.
Ghost, how many times do we tell you rocket launchers are mostly recoilless? That doesn't mean you can limp wrist it.
Mostly dead.
Yeah.
Here's some for the chefs, right? Here's one for you. This one would make me insane if this was my restaurant. I would flip shit. Lady decides to climb shelf instead of asking for help to get something. The whole fucking thing comes down, man. I think it's a liquor store. It looks like there's bread there, so it must be a grocery store with a liquor, shelf or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's a shitload of fucking booze.
Almost looks like they're setting up like a little buffet.
You just paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Bunch of Saswages.
Sausages.
And it's pronounced Saswage?
Sausage.
No.
Sausage.
That's a lot of saffron. I don't know if you guys know what saffron goes for these days.
That's like $9,000.
That's probably like close to $100 worth of saffron on the floor there.
Oh,
damn cook.
Yeah.
Good thing that you said what that was, because it looked like somebody had shaved something in the sink again.
Ooh, yeah. Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's butter. That's a bummer.
He looks. Butter.
This one looks like a flamingo.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bummer. That looks like beet juice. That's going to be a fucking nightmare.
You'll never get that
white
out.
Crocs.
Yeah.
It's going to stain
and white
everything.
Crocs. That's what you get for wearing white Crocs.
That's what you get for wearing Crocs, period.
Hey.
Straw.
Them's house shoes.
Crocs.
I think I've seen this video before.
I think we've all seen this video before.
You don't see ambulances asking for money. The U.S. is like, well.
Not up front, at least.
That's right.
We'll wait till we have you strapped down and drugged to ask for money.
When you finally see that bitch-ass mosquito. Slap.
Where's the bug assault?
This is fucking crazy. Now, we recently, the other week had that
Colorado flight.
Yeah, that flight that they had one of their engines blow up, and they had to land with one engine, and they made it down and whatever. But bird strike jet engine test. It's fucking. This happens pretty often. I mean, way more than you realize, I guess. But this thing is crazy when it hits. I don't know. They probably just toss like a chicken in there or something,
No, they actually used a very large air cannon to chuck it in there.
Yeah,
I want that job.
Could you imagine? So, could you imagine being on the plane and being on the wing seat where that thing goes off like that beside you? Jesus Christ, dude, you'd lose your shit.
Yes, but you'll also notice that while it went into flames, nothing flew off of it. Everything was caught by the guards.
We're gonna land in the Hudson.
Yeah. When the customer asks what we have, but the menu is right in front of them. Read the goddamn menu, Karen.
No habla English.
This is funny. Your man has $50. You have $200. Y'all go out and the bill is $46.78. Who pays? This woman says, the question is, why am I dating a dude with only $50? This dude replies, because the guys with the money all go for hot ladies. Holy shit, you fucking killed her, dude.
Thanks for the noise.
That was a good one. Yeah, right? What is this?
Snow.
Oh, this is fucking crazy. Okay, so nitpick all you want about her placement at the door. It's a bunch of cops coming to a call at a house. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So after almost taking one to the face, this officer kept it together, moved, and engaged without hesitation. Solid work. Yeah, I mean, she's standing. I don't know which way the door opens, but this shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you can see it coming out the door.
Yep.
482, she'll give you the garage code if she wants us to check on him.
Oh, hello, nice lady.
Here it comes. Here he is.
Be right there. She's a ninja, man.
I don't know how the hell he missed her.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that saved her is he shot at her head. Like you can see, like he didn't try and shoot center mass. He tried to shoot at her head, and it missed just to her right. Fuck, crazy, man.
Then she pulls and cranks out 6 rounds.
Yeah, in like no time. In like the split was crazy. Yeah. It was really fast. Yeah, she's
drawn from the drop. Holy shit.
Yeah, she's a stud, man, for sure. I like
this is gonna be a battle.
Didn't quite make
it. God damn it, Carl! How many times I gotta tell you? You gotta lean forward when you're going up the ramp.
Here's from a doorbell camera. It says, quote, "This is the guy I hooked up with last night."
Hey, man, you wake up, you get the walking fart.
You see him. Yeah, look at him. He's like, Jesus, come on, man. Seriously. Just shake his head, grab the paper, just like, ugh. Tickle.
Ah.
What the heck?
And then they ate him.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Then he ate him.
So kiss me.
Did you see the one where they're throwing the javelins and the guy had like 2 picks in the face?
Yeah. Target is tracking shoppers and changing prices based on their locations. No shit. That stuff happens all the time on Amazon and whatnot. Amazon changes prices depending on everything, all sorts of algorithms and stuff. Where you're ordering from, what you've ordered in the past, I'm sure. It knows.
Little people, tiny hands.
Short people got nobody. Short people got nobody to love.
Me.
Something like that. Yeah. Some people wake up feeling like $1 million. I wake up feeling like insufficient funds. As a Jedi.
Jedi.
As Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's another one.
Of us are here, so if you want to pull out your Journeys book. of us are here, so if you want to pull out your Journeys book.
She rips one out, man. She's like, oh, shit.
I didn't mute that, did I?
That was out the front.
What was that? What was that? I think she farted.
Never gonna live that one down.
Oh shit!
Check this one out. And you just turned your kid into a Smurf.
Oh God!
And cancer.
Oh, poor little girl.
That's what
It's
it looks
violet,
like when a
turning
dude.
violet.
It's like when a dude robs a bank and the paint bomb goes off.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
The girl from Willy Wonka, you know,
Yeah.
violet turning violet.
See, that's my gender reveal part.
Michael Brown's father and Ferguson activists demand $20 million from BLM. They're saying, "Where's all this money you guys made? Where the hell's this money going?" Michael Brown Sr. wants to know where the $90 million that BLM claimed to have raised in 2020 went and why none of it was allocated to assist the black community in Ferguson. Where's all that money going? Brown Sr. asked. Yeah. Yeah. Where it is. Where it be.
Okay, I'll settle for 19 million.
Yeah. Mississippi passes bill banning transgender student athletes from women's teams. Good.
We'll
For
see
sure
how
that
long
means
this stands.
we'll see. Yeah, but there's got to be some pushback on that kind of stuff. That's a mess. I thought this was kind of a good little slogan. Good ideas do not require force. That was pretty.
Yeah.
Ghost said, I threw the shit out of that thing. He must be back on the the track and field guy yet. He was a little behind. When a guy shows up at your range and start asking everybody about fuel filters and solvent traps, how do you do, fellow law-abiding gun enthusiasts? Totally not the ATF. I love that shirt. Music band. I don't remember what this one is. Oh, yeah. Oop, doop, doop, doop. See you later.
On the sewer?
Yep. Talk about insult to injury, right? Like she takes a fucking shitter on the bike, man, flips over, fucking ends up in the fucking sewer drain.
Damn.
It'd be like slow motion.
Yeah, what a mess,
And
right?
It's in there. It was the one that pulled her in.
White girl, corner pocket.
Down here.
They all float.
I just caught that.
I saved this, but I didn't read the. Yeah, I didn't look it up. I forgot I was going to look that up and see what they said. Maybe we'll do that. This is just like air fryers. Well, how everyone looks at you when you use a French press. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Have I told you that I'm a libertarian and I own an air fryer today? And I'm vegan?
Yeah.
Have I told you that?
I'm vegan.
Nope.
Yep.
On my way to spin class.
This is what you get for trying to be too cool, Bob. And my lightsaber. Ooh, so cool. Parkour. Ooh,
Never give up the high ground.
Hey.
Highlander, he is not.
Nope.
I just want to say thank you, Parental Advisory Explicit Content, for helping me choose the most awesome albums while growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If it had that sticker on it, you know you wanted to own it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Everybody ready for a burnout battle?
can give you one.
You can give me one?
I can give you one.
Why do
I need you to wear a mask.
So you can hand me a mask?
I can hand you one, yeah.
But you can't hand me the drink without a mask?
You've got to wear a mask.
How does that make any sense?
That's what I just need you to wear a mask. Do you mind?
Well, if you can hand me a mask, why can't you just hand me the drink?
I can hand you the mask.
So he can hand me a mask.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
That's completely asinine.
Of course I'm not a robot. Yeah, of course I'm not a robot. Read this for me, please.
So,
robot nerd meltdown. I forget what this is.
Danny Lee for Birdie.
Oh.
He says he wants to open a Korean barbecue restaurant when his playing days are over. Well, if you keep leaving it that short, we could be opening soon, but he's playing nicely.
I thought that was a pretty good little dig from the announcer or the commentator or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never understand people who get in the fast lane just to drive the speed limit. This lane is for crime. DJ Play Nice says Frank Zappa testifying before the PMRC censorship said labeling records was like curing dandruff by decapitation.
Mm-hmm. I gotta go and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow and then I gotta
There you go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Some companies, anti-gun companies. So, U.S. Capitol on high alert after possible militia attack. This was really funny because this was in the news, and you kept hearing about it every once in a while over the last week or two or whatever the hell it was. This is the kind of shit that I think is going to happen more and more because luckily, nothing really bad has happened, lately. And they're just waiting for something to happen to push gun control. But this is the kind of stuff that's it's almost like faux, it's like a fake happenings, it's like, oh, we heard about this, or we think this is going to happen, or we've been alerted about this or that. I think it's just talk about fear mongering. I think this is fear mongering. You know what I mean? This is making shit up or, to push an agenda or to keep your policy moving. What this is?
Seriously.
Oh.
Seriously. I'm dying.
This shit, I was actually just last weekend. I was with not last weekend. It was last Monday or Tuesday. I was actually my uncle passed away, and had he was older, but he you see some family or whatnot, and I went and had lunch with some family, and we were talking about. One of the dudes was talking about towing, and we got to talking about, tow ropes and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, I always go way bigger than I need because, I've seen them break. And I was like, yeah, man, I've seen videos of, chains, and you don't think a chain can snap back at you, because it's metal. You don't think it has that much give. And this video popped up probably because we were talking about it. But that fucking wraps around that dude's face. Ugh. Yeah, he's super lucky it didn't totally take him out. He popped up pretty quick, but oof.
Now that chick getting slapped in the poon looks a whole lot better.
Yeah, it's not bad compared to this, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure that wasn't made in Soviet Russia like this is.
Yeah.
What happens when you get a toe strap from wish.com?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, they were 2 for 1.
Free shipping.
Yep.
Find Abe's truck. That's why he had his truck in the shop, because the floorboard looked like this.
Hey, I will have you know that I have a caution slow children at play sign covering the floorboard. Thank you very much.
Did you say caution slow children at play or slow, children at play? There's a big difference there.
Look, it's a rather big hole. I needed 2 signs, so it actually says caution slow children at play.
It's nice though. You can keep an eye on your tire wear right there while you're driving.
Hey, it's free ventilation up the pant leg.
I like that. I like it. This is pretty good.
Fred Flintstone's car.
Hey there, brother. You got time to talk about Jesus?
It says, when you accidentally open the door to a Jehovah's Witness.
Jesus Christ today? Oh, you're deaf. You can't hear me? Well, you have yourself a blessed day.
You too. Oh, shit.
You motherfucker. Hey there, brother. You got time to talk about Jesus Christ today? Oh, you're deaf. You can't hear me? Well, you have yourself a blessed day.
You too. Oh, shit.
You motherfucker.
That was great.
My neighbors have no chill.
Hello.
Dudes actually in the fucking sewer dressed as Pennywise. That would terrify me as an adult, I think, let alone a kid.
See, right there, that's what dragged that chick in, when she fell off the bike.
Yeah. Grabbed a hold of her.
Now, me being an asshole would simply park up on the curb with the tire over the manhole cover and say, "Later, dude."
Would anyone trust their spouse to do this? Fuck. Here, where's Ghost? Yeah. Ghost, are you still out there? You should definitely do this to your wife.
But what if he shot you in the face?
Dude. Man.
But what if he shot you in the face?
So cringy. Oh. I don't know if it's a trick. I don't know if they have like a string tied to it or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's fake or not. But if that shit's real, crazy. Here's another one for Ghost. When I was 8, I wanted to join the Marines. My parents didn't ridicule me for it, but they also didn't hand me an automatic rifle, grenades, and buy me a ticket to Iraq. Point. As a culture, we don't listen to kids for what's best for them. Same goes with hormone blockers. This is 2 live moves. Drink of choice in the morning. Papa John's special garlic dipping sauce and the Keurig. and that's why he's fat Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ghost isn't up for the golf shot, by the way.
Oh yeah. This guy says, I have done this and actually run it. And it goes without saying, don't do this. You will have at least 15 cups of garlic water before the smell goes away.
So what you're saying is, on my last day of work, I should have run this for the Keurig.
Fucking do it, man.
After you piss in the reservoir.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have standards.
Have asparagus first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Judge orders election do-over after 78% of mail-in ballots proved fraudulent. Notary arrested. Mississippi
Queen.
That's racist.
Coworker, I can smell alcohol in your breath through your mask. Well, maybe you should back the fuck up, Beth. We're in a pandemic. Well, maybe you should back the fuck up, Beth. We're in a pandemic. That was pretty funny.
That grip looks familiar.
Okay, so you remember last week when that dude crunched in the snow and his shoe fell off and slid down the hill? This week I found this video popped up. It says, I just found a shoe at the bottom of this hill. Guess I made a new friend.
Well, that's depressing.
This is 3 of these guys. I'm not sure I know. I don't remember who. I don't know who they are. But the guy in blue, number 15, I think this guy's on my show damn near every week.
Moo.
Oh man, if I had to bet money, I would bet money that that's going to be Moo's avatar next week on this show. You got to show your wife that one; she'll laugh her ass off. Like, this is back in my football days, baby.
That's when I was in shape.
You know, there's a. It reminds me, there was an old on Drew Carey show. He was trying to get out of work, or like, I forget what he was trying to do. He was pulling this scam on his boss that he couldn't work, or he was trying to get disability or something. And he said he was so depressed he lost a ton of weight. So he like laid on the couch with the cushions on top of him, and then had a friend of his that was super, super skinny pretend that he was his, so it's Drew Carey's head with this dude's skinny body. And he's like, why is your head still so fat? He's like, everybody knows that head fat's the hardest to get rid of. That's what reminds me of this.
Yeah, that show was awesome, man. I used to love that show.
Yeah. Girlfriend, why purchase that stupid 3D printer? Me, because I want to
turning that hamster into a Cubone.
I'm going to turn that guinea pig into a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah.
It's a guinea pig.
It's a Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
I've eaten your homework, and no one will believe you. No one.
I can believe the dog probably ate the homework and the way he's sitting there. It's like, oh, this was not a good idea.
These people waited 458 days just to get their luggage? That's ridiculous.
I know, right?
Hi, neighbor. Did you hear that Dr. Fauci is now recommending it? It just closes the garage door on him.
Door goes up, door goes down.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the stuff you need to know is in Dr. Seuss. Pretty much all the stuff you need to know is in Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Drugs are bad, okay? Hot dog sandwiches don't have drugs, okay? Look at his eyes. This hot dog is as high as a fucking kite. I believe this is true. Pineapple pizza isn't even that bad. Most of y'all hate it because social media tells you to. I am a firm believer of that. It's cool to hate pineapple on pizza. That's why everybody says it.
I don't know. I kind of like it. Nah.
Just
kidding. It's a eh.
This is what guys who wear boneless wings wear.
Onesies.
It's know where he's hiding all of his ammo.
Yeah. There's a portable toilet seat that attaches to your car tire for pooping on the go. I left a comment. I don't remember what the fuck I left. Yeah.
If you thought shit hitting the fan was bad, wait till the shit hits the wheel.
Shit hits the tire.
Come on, Tiger!
Actually hit the golf ball into his own face.
Into his eye.
Yeah.
Because he hits the tee. Right in the eye.
Bullseye.
That's what you get for wearing pink shorts.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this before.
Gun. Yeah, it's when Mood lost weight.
Yeah, he looks good there. Hands up if you ever cleaned a fryer and
it's
left the tap
his
open.
high school photo. It's his high school photo. There you
go. Yeah. He was just a baby there, little calf.
Little baby shoes.
Baby calf.
What's that one?
What's this?
It's a 5.7 gun.
Oh, the NBC area investigates unit that has learned that over the last year, more than a dozen crimes, including at least 3 homicides, have been tied to a high-powered handgun that authorities say has especially lethal capabilities. It's a 5.7 by 28. The comment that was good up here is from Guns and Gadgets. He says, "I wonder what caliber they will vilify next." This guy says, "Typical liberal California, more concerned about a bullet than the actual murder." Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. First starts running, and everybody starts going after him.
They beat the shit out of the guy.
We will not tolerate any stick like that.
Yeah. I don't remember what this is.
Cheeto dust implicated her in a residential.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, I knew. I was like, why did I save this? Officers apprehended Sharon Carr in the area and said the victim identified Carr as the suspect after getting a look at her. Officers said Carr was further linked to the crime by Cheeto residue on her teeth. Carr was arrested for first-degree burglary. No injuries were reported.
Oh, man.
Had to munch on them Cheetos, yo.
Mm-hmm. Don't you be dissing our Cheetos.
You aren't doing it wrong if no one knows what you were doing. How would you describe your car? Me. Caution, this vehicle converts money into noise.
Mm-hmm.
Karen's at it again. Florida woman steals $15,000 ring after walking inside a jewelry store and complaining. Thanks a lot, Karen.
Ugh.
Yep.
Oogle.
They both pick up at the same time. They're going to fly, right? That's how it works. One's picking the other's picking the other, picking each other up. Bam. To the moon.
I don't think that works how they think it works, but please go on.
This looked to me like a no step on snack watermelon. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
When you try to crack your neck and it suddenly becomes very bright around you.
Oops-a-doodle.
These are like the dumbest, laziest fish I've ever seen in my life. Hey, why are you not playing? Hey, why are you not playing? What the hell's going on here?
We're sorry. Your call has been disconnected. Please try again later. This is a recorded message.
Did I lose internet or what? It isn't my computer.
I don't know. I can hear you. Can you hear us?
There we go. There we go. Yeah, we can. Kid's just like, yeah, I'll just grab this fish and fucking fish have a death wish.
Now, Midnight, what you're not seeing is 5 seconds before, Grandpa threw a half stick of dynamite in the pond.
Oh, I missed this. I forgot about. This one's pretty good. Stop eating animals without barbecue sauce.
Nice try, vegan.
This is cringy as fuck. This makes me squirm.
The
stepped on a crayon.
What
Look
the
at
hell?
Should have shown that to Ghost.
Dude.
First of all, how hard or how weak are your feet if a crayon went in to your foot?
Dude. Fuck that, man. That makes me
I can see a Lego doing that, but
that's so cringy.
God.
That makes me like
It is.
ugh.
welcome to Midnight
pizza.
Range TM's Cringe Fest.
What's
Oh,
wrong
you
with the
know
pizza?
what? I missed one. Just for work, every once in a while I come across stuff for work at all.
Thinking, hey, lunch specials,
Yeah.
half pizzas for a third the price.
Well, just the idea of it's like, oh yeah, I never thought about doing half pizzas.
I mean, it's technically not a half pizza; it's half a calzone or a quarter calzone if you fold it up.
Or a flatbread pizza, which is almost half.
I know I missed one, and I just realized it. Oh, there you go. This golf cart woke up and chose violence. This thing just takes off on its own. It must be stuck. The throttle must be stuck.
Like how dude's just like...
One dude's on it.
Cone freaking got jammed into it.
No, it didn't. It wasn't in the beginning. That happened after he went, I think. But what's funny is this dude's on it and could try and stop it if he wanted to, but he takes a fucking dive. He's like, I'm out of here. Oh yeah, it is something in there stuck. Yeah, you're right.
Got the ball. It's going on the
Skynet is today. Dive meat bags.
Maximum overdrive.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Similar.
Video games that play me.
Nothing more British than being run over by the elderly on a mobility scooter.
Out of your way! Out of my way, you fucking cunt!
Yeah.
You don't see him coming out the store? Yeah, I did.
Going.
We're going to call the police. What are you going to call police for if he's going to say halt? I'll say halt again.
He's still going. He's like, got it pegged. I don't know.
Out of my way, you damn loon.
I'm running late.
I think that's it. I think we're ending last week's. I think now. I don't know if this is. Yeah. That's what you get for stealing a bike. Watch this shit.
I can already see it. You gave him just enough cord to hang himself, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, they must have had.
Yeah, you can see the cord right there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's out. He's out like a light, man, for sure.
He's singing soprano for the next week.
That's what you get for stealing a bike, jerk ass. He'll probably sue the guys for doing that too. He'll probably get $100,000 because they did this setup, and he fucking busted his head open. Yeah.
Meth is a hell of a drug.
That's true.
That is correct.
Yeah, skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans.
Men over 40 in skinny jeans.
No ass.
No, that's how it's funny. Those dogs Frenchies are funny. That's what they look like. Our Frenchie looks like that when she stands up on her back legs too. No butt. Looks like an old man. This was a pretty neat little thing here. Took like a cannelloni noodle or something, wrapped it in foil, and then wrapped that in bacon, and then baked it. So you've got like little bacon cups.
Cool.
And then they put mac and cheese in them, and then bake them again for a little bit to kind of melt the cheese on top of the mac and cheese. Pretty neat.
Yeah. I've seen something like that.
Make some fancy hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, it's just a neat little. I don't know, man. It'd be cool. Little mac and cheese bacon bombs.
Everybody likes bacon. Everybody likes mac and cheese.
Food of the gods.
I think that's everything. Show a little bit of show Moo again.
Moo. You should. Hey, look, he did it. He snapshot it.
Yeah,
I just noticed that.
There's number 15. That's before I blew my knee out.
They call me the 1-5.
1-5. It's a which number? 51. Oh wait, hold on a second. 15.
No, it'd be S. It's S-I. S-L?
S-I, yeah.
I know exactly what you're referencing there, Midnight.
Oh,
number 72. Oh shit, 27.
27.
I love football. Football is my life. I love playing football on the football field with a football.
Yeah, sports ball.
The foosball
Barf.
game. Yeah, sports ball. Barf.
Barf.
This is actually Ghost in high school when he played golf and did track and field.
So kiss me slow.
This is pretty neat. I saved this just because I wanted to go check and see how much one of these is. This is a hell of a compact pack. It's got a ton of shit in it too.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking corny ass music.
So you got the Velcro back.
Yeah, it's got Molly on it too, which is kind of nice.
Oh,
but there is a ton of shit in there.
Wow, that does have a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, it's got a tourniquet and claw, all the normal kind of stuff. You know what I mean that you'd want to have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much they are.
Kind of like a mini trauma pack. Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck getting all that shit back in there.
Oh yeah, this guy's screwed. He's never gonna get it back in there.
No, you'll get it back in there, but you'll bust the damn zipper trying to get it closed.
Oh, cool. It's got breathers.
There's a lot of
play
stuff.
Nice. There's no such thing as overdone bacon. There is either crispy bacon or burnt.
Yeah. I might go to their website here while I'm screen sharing to see how much one of those bad boys is. I don't know which one. That's a Trauma Pack Elite.
About 100 something.
Would there be any? Yeah, that's not bad.
I'd say under $200.
Yeah. Well, would there be any advantage to moving the foil to the outside of the bacon during the second stage to keep the bacon from getting too crisp? Overdone. Yeah, I mean, that second cooking on that, though, is only a matter of a couple minutes, probably. So,
well, I think the mac and cheese was already hot. They just wanted to melt the cheese on top.
Yeah, melt the cheese on top.
Just a couple minutes. Yeah.
I mean, you could do it with like a little propane creme brulee torture thing.
Torture?
Torture, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the way you try to make creme brulee. I'm saying you're torturing that dessert.
Creme brulee? Michael Bublé?
What about Michael Bublé? Robert Goulet?
Goulet. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to Trauma Pack. I guess that's these guys. HighThreatInnovations.com. Trauma Pack Elite.
Not to be confused with the mediocre pack.
Yeah, right. So $160.
Yeah. Not bad.
Extra tourniquet for Turdy.
Oh. Hey there.
That's
there.
Pick your color.
With a hint of green.
That's racist.
Yeah.
No, it's cultural appropriation.
I choose Mr. Potato Head.
Empty. Pick your level of Trauma Pack. Empty, basic, intermediate, advanced LE Trauma Pack. We're gonna pick the high level one. Pick any patch. Oh, you can pick your patch. That's awesome.
Add an extra tourniquet for $30. That's a ripoff.
Yeah.
Does it have like a refill?
Oh, okay. It shows what's in it. So, 4 inserts to choose from. Basic.
That's way too much reading.
Yeah. You can read.
I think I think the bold thing is what's different from the one previous, maybe.
Is there a listing for like a refill instead of having to buy the whole pack again in case you use any of the products?
Yeah.
Usually they list them, but I mean,
Chest seals, quick
they
clock.
just list it by levels though.
Now it's not showing me the prices though. It's a cool pattern. It looks nice. Looks neat. Pick your tourniquet style, color, and pressure dress. Add an extra tourniquet. No thanks. So I picked the highest level one. Pick your tourniquet style. I don't understand that. Pick any patch. Add. No, I guess we got to record. Pick your tourniquet style. What?
Working.
It doesn't give me any. A cat? I don't know.
Should be a cat.
$224.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll make my own.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the kind of dude that normally would try and piece something like this together myself. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like for like just to have, and you don't know what to research and stuff. That'll be good to get. But if you already know what you may need, like, oh, well, I'm going to need Band-Aids, I'm going to need gauze, I'm going to need a tourniquet. You can look for those items and stuff. And sometimes it can be cheaper, and sometimes it won't. It just depends.
Yeah.
I hear sharpening.
Oh, sorry.
No, just trying to see if I couldn't make something funny about it.
Continue. It's like listening to SMR.
So the biggest thing is that one has
vintage chest seals.
2 of them, chest seals. This one has the seals plus a quick clot gauze, and this one has that with a combat gauze, quick clot. So I wonder what the difference is if we choose the cheapest one, the basic. $160.
Not 1.5.
1.5. They're nice though. I mean, I don't know. I'm not very educated on this kind of stuff.
Pink, quit trying to shill for your company you own.
Uh-oh. What's he doing?
He said go to Kroger's. I don't even remember. Is Kroger's even a nation brand?
Oh.
Kroger's?
Mm-hmm. Go to Kroger, get a first aid kit and a box of fruit pectin.
Yeah, we used to have Kroger's long time ago. They left like in the late 80s.
It's about the time Red Owl stopped being around here.
Yeah, they've got fruit pectin can be used for quick clot.
What if I just carry around a piece of tin foil in a Zippo?
Mm-hmm. Some gelatin.
Slap some iron.
How about a lighter and some candle wax? That'll
2 Live Moo. You look like you're back in the glory days there, man.
That's my victory lap.
Victory lap.
It's Rudy. The movie Rudy was based on 2 Live Moo's life. In his football days.
Moody.
Moody. I was going to say 2.
Moody.
Two Moody Booby Blues.
All night long, let's go.
All night long, all night.
Let's see what else. Anything out there? Got it? Anybody out in the chat have anything?
You know what I heard in the news? People have been having people who are being on these Zoom calls are all like getting fatigue and they're getting all stressed and stuff. I'm like, geez, we got people who have been on YouTube for like hours.
Yeah.
And these people are complaining that they're having fatigue and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, hello, guys on YouTube have been doing this forever.
I would say that the hardest part about it is keeping your focus. You know, I mean, I could understand that because that kind of thing does happen. You'd be in a chat, and next thing you know, you're looking at something else online, or you're looking at the text chat, and you don't even realize and people are talking, and you're not even listening to them.
Yeah, it's hard to get fired from a live chat.
Yeah. Does it come with a shit ton of Band-Aids? Yeah, $300 worth.
Just go to Walgreens, get yourself a box of Band-Aids, save your money.
Yeah.
Get the cloth type. Man, those things stick on you like big time.
You got a crayon sticking out of your foot. You just throw a couple of Dora the Explorer Band-Aids on it.
Oh, man, that shit fucking... There's certain things that just get me. Knife cuts on certain parts of the body, like in movies. I could see somebody take a hatchet to the face, and I was like, "Ooh, that sucks." But there's certain things that happen, like when
legs bending in ways they should not be bent.
No, like I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one that really got me in a movie where I was like, "Yeah." It was in the remake of Evil Dead when the girl turns into the demon or whatever, and she takes the straight razor. Or not a straight razor, it's the utility
safety
knife
blade,
and splits her tongue on it, like licks it, like splits her tongue like holy shit! I was like, gah. That was rough.
I saw this movie. It was called Triggered, and I won't spoil the thing of the movie, but I mean, there was a scene where this girl accidentally got hit with a flashlight or some kind of a blunt object in the head. So she fell to the ground, and you just see blood just coming out of her head, just like quick, just like spewing out. And I was just like, oh my God, that looks real. That looks real realistic, man. I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I have issues. I get creeped out with like knife stuff, like get people getting cut and stuff.
Yeah.
One of my things when I was a kid, not super little, obviously, but I was young. I watched a movie where somebody was like hiding under the bed, and they like took a knife and sliced the back of somebody's heel. Like cut their Achilles tendon or whatever.
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery. Oh, is that what it was from? I don't remember. That would make sense. Yeah. That would be right around the time. That would be right around the time when that's probably it then, because I remember seeing it.
Yeah, it was a little kid that they buried in an Indian burial ground, and he came back to life. And the thing is that he had like a different so he had a knife, and this old man was asleep. And when he got up, he stood up in his bed, and the little kid just like slashed his heels. Man, I was like, oh,
that
ankles,
that kind of stuff. Yeah, shit like that still gets me like gives me the creeps. That but it's funny. But I could watch people take machetes like Friday the 13th and stuff. I could watch people take machetes or pitchforks in the chest or something like that, and I'm just like, it's a cool horror movie, it's a slasher flick, but there's just certain things that get me rough. It's funny. Just pick up a couple of cans of Flex Seal spray and you'll be good to go.
Ugh. That stuff burns.
It's sealed and I can ride my boat out. It won't leak.
Anything relating to knees or joints in general really ooks me out. Yeah. Old man didn't check under his bed for monsters. Yeah. Anyway, who doesn't check under their bed? What kind of asshole?
Oh God, those surgery shows. Oh my God, I can't stand those, man.
Nope.
Yeah, Revolver. I've talked about that on the show too, where it's like, would you rather get stabbed or shot? I'll take the shooting. Man, some of the slashing, like people that get stabbed and just kind of torn open, like when that turns, man, it bleeds so bad. It's so tough to stop the blood too. Like you see people get stabbed and they bleed out, man, like crazy fast.
Show us your knives.
Yeah, show us your knives.
Oh man, didn't check under the bed.
Yeah, man.
Bed for monsters. His fault.
Yeah. Yep. Or reanimated zombie kids. You got to watch out for them too. No. That's why doctors and surgeons are kind of insane. Yeah, it's hard, man. When you see people like using a scalpel, cutting people, it's just like, I don't know, man. I can't take myself out of that. I can't my brain doesn't work that way. I can't block that out,
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know. You guys got anything else? If not, I'm fine shutting her down. It's pinned up there too is a link for the Hens Chats giveaway, whatever you want to call it. Bunch of those knuckleheads. 1,000, 10,000, 5,000, 20,000 subs, that kind of thing. And they're doing a bunch of giveaways. They're doing a giveaway with a bunch of shit. You go there and you complete little tasks, and each one you complete, you get some. You get submitted, and so check it out. It's I think the 27th. I think they're doing it. But there's some really cool prizes, man. There's some really cool stuff. Some ammo, some guns.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind winning that Glock 26.
Yeah. I'd love to have a 26. To me, if I'm going to have a Glock, it's going to be a small carry one. I don't.
So
I'm fine.
My sister-in-law blew my mind. She bought a Glock 43 last week.
Really?
Never in a million years would I think she would want to carry a gun.
What pushed her over the edge to buy it?
I don't know. Well, she's a PA, and she works late by herself in a clinic, and she has rheumatoid arthritis. Not the kind that like Colburn has, where your fingers are all janky. It's the one that affects your organs and so she doesn't get around. So I think she's feeling a little vulnerable. And I was just talking to my brother-in-law last night, and he goes, "Yeah, you just bought her Glock 43." I'm like, "You got to be shitting me! That's awesome."
Yeah. And 2 rounds of ammo.
Same price.
One to practice with, and one to carry.
Yep.
Wasn't Mad Sexy the one that posted that picture, the one on Instagram, the little Ziploc bag with like 3 rounds and stuff?
That was me.
No, that was Midnight.
It was you. There you go.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay,
yeah.
it was you.
Hey, you want a little something?
First one's free.
Yeah.
You get addicted.
Yeah. That was a good one, man.
Yeah,
there you go.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I got what you need, homie. I'll give you a deal on the first buy. $2.25. Yo, I got small pistol primers, too. And then Mad Sexy says, I can get that for $3.99 with 2 rounds. I don't know. $4 for 2 rounds. That's pretty much. I did the math, too, by the way, when I said this. $37.50 for 50 rounds it would be, which is crazy to think about, but that's actually happening right now,
Yeah.
What was in that baggie before?
Some screws and a couple of little tiny mollies to hang a picture.
Right, those kind of mollies.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually, Actually, they're right here.
You can buy those Ziplocs in a pharmacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually have some.
Or you can just
I
find
have,
yourself a friend named Randy.
Yeah, I have some of the ones for medicine, and I use it for reloading stuff, like different dyes. Not dyes, but I put different little bits and pieces in those, and you can label them. They have the little label part on. They're kind of nice to have. Those little and then I have like almost like a flat thing that you would keep screws in, like it has all the little compartments.
Little organizer.
Yeah, basically. And I I put them in there, and I keep like my shell holders and stuff like that, and extra parts to my press, because like the press has, if you want to do small primers versus large primers, it has a different little arm and stuff, because they have to be different sizes. So I keep them in there, and then I have them labeled and stuff. Keeps it organized. Pew pew.
Oh, the old new Rough Rider.
Mm-hmm. Pew pew.
I wouldn't let him do me in the pew.
What would you let him do? You in the pew and pew.
He's Kong.
Wrap it up, Kong. We don't need to see your wang. Your wang Kong.
Everybody have fun tonight.
Everybody wang Kong tonight.
Chicken wing, chicken wing.
Libertarians and vegans, man. I'll tell you what. Dang old libertarians.
That's me on my Zoom calls in the morning. I'm like, oh, coffee.
Why have you forsaken me again?
The bass just dropped. Boom.
The AK patch. Oh, that's awesome. I love that patch.
Fully dilated crowning.
Fully dilated. Yeah, you were able to get 2 fingers in there.
2-finger moo.
2-finger moo count.
You got moo fingers.
It behooves me.
I think if you squeeze too hard, it'd be dehooved you.
Says I should stand outside the local gun shop and have somebody film me slinging ammo. Yo, man, you got any matches? You got any primers?
You don't need no stinking matches.
How much for a box of primers?
You could have a baggie of white powder and probably a baggie of gunpowder right now, and you probably get more for the gunpowder.
Yeah, change
you can load like 10 rounds. You can load like 10 rounds with this, man.
Ka-chunk?
Yeah, ka-chunk. Ka-chunk.
Missed.
Michigan's Second Amendment Preservation Resolution labeled insurrection. Everything's an insurrection now.
It's a new buzzword.
Mm-hmm.
I had that done when I was a baby.
Baby?
Was you have baby shoes?
You have your baby shoes on?
Oh, no. Circumcision. Sorry.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Some type of ism.
Yeah, like that alert that was going to the Capitol Hill this past week was because on the 4th, supposedly that it was the old inauguration for the president, and they thought, somebody was saying that, yeah, President Trump is going to be inaugurated as president. I'm like, they just had it. They just had the inauguration already. Biden's the president. How's this going to happen? And they were saying that there was going to be like a bunch of militias, maybe storming again the Capitol. It's like, oh my God, no, they're going to be ready for it. Come on. That's going to be dumb.
No, just their excuse of, oh yeah, we want the National Guard and the fences all here to keep the plebs away from us.
Hi, I'm James Reeves with TFB TV.
Who?
A guy up there in the upper right.
Who?
Douche nose.
Hey, any of you guys seen Coming to America 2?
Yeah, I watched it.
Out yet?
Friday.
I watched it today. Man. It was funny, man.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little more. It was all right.
Yeah.
But then again, you're comparing it to the original, right? So
yeah,
there was some good stuff in there, I have to admit.
Yeah, it was.
overall, I was kind of, I don't know. I think I might have overhyped it in my mind.
Gee, it's almost like a sequel that was made 40 years later.
On a scale 1 to 10, I give it an 8.
Yeah, I might be one below that. You know, I mean, I think I'll watch it again when my wife comes home because my daughter flew home from Key West today, and then my wife gets home next Sunday. And we're both big fans of the original. For for a lot of reasons, but one main reason was it's when her water broke when we had our first kid. We were watching that movie. I just got home from a 2-week business trip, and I sit down. I mix a strong ass Jack and Coke. Just sit down, took one little sip, and she's like, "Gotta go to the hospital." And I'm like, "Son of a bitch!"
Talk about fair warning.
It's like, damn it, woman.
Who's gonna clean that up now? Jesus.
No, Jesus don't come in until Thursday. We could only have him come in once a week.
Jesus.
Jeebus Joseph of Mary.
Damn it, Jeebus.
Jeebus Creepus.
Have a good day. You too. Oh shit.
Son of a.
That's like when you go to the movies, though, and they say, enjoy the movie, and you say, you too. And you're like, oh, shit.
Force a habit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're so used to people saying, like, have a good day or whatever. You're like, yeah, you too. Enjoy the movie, you too. Oh, fuck.
Have a nice flight. You too. Wait.
Yeah, you too. Yeah.
Kind of like when you get off the phone with somebody who calls to wish you a happy birthday, say, oh, yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, you too. Wait, fuck. What?
Yeah. You just get so used to rattling off the U2s and, yes, I have the same. Yeah, right back at you.
Getting afraid of culture.
Yeah.
Making me have to actually think about what I'm saying instead of just going through life like an automaton.
Yeah, thinking's for assholes.
Thinking's for the birds, man. Thinking's for the bird.
Thinking's for jerks. All right, let's call it a night. We're pushing 2 o'clock here. We can get to bed.
A couple more minutes, it'll be 3 hours.
Lullaby and good night.
Yeah, well, till we get all the goodbyes and all that shit, we got another 2 3/4 minutes to kill for sure.
Goodbye.
You guys have any? Yeah, I should click it off right before it's like, ha, suckers. Can't get you 3 hours out of me, losers. You guys got anything going on that you need to plug other than the hens and those squawking sons of bitchin' hens?
Niet.
Keep your dick in the vice.
Yeah.
Focus,
Don't poop
you
and fall
fuck.
back on it. Look both ways before you walk across the street.
True story.
White
Keep your
girl.
baby shoes. Keep your baby shoes clean. Hey, take us out.
Take us out, buddy.
Don't wear white Crocs when you're cleaning up beet juice.
Just don't wear white Crocs or Crocs at all. I mean, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's a sign that you belong in the mental ward or you escape from the mental ward. Either way. Ladies, gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. This concludes our regular program, but we'll be back. About the same time, maybe. The Gun Channel's Monday night community lineup thingy. At 5 p.m. Eastern-ish. Hasty headlines with never enough ammo. We don't know. He fired some people, new bosses, blah, 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 blah. At 7 p.m. Eastern, it's the Polite Society Podcast on Facebook. At 8 p.m. Eastern, it's Clovertac and Hawaii Volcano Squad and sometimes Yankee, unless he dies on us again. Who knows? He's got the vertigo. 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geek Podcast, The Week in Geek. If you haven't watched The Walking Dead or the last episode of WandaVision, probably skip the entire chat. So, Outlaw Hatfield is on hiatus until further notice. The Daily Gun Show is no more. Check out GunTube.org as a free and unrestricted Pro-Tway video platform. If you like what you see, go over to Patreon and throw a couple schmeckles. Make them dance for the money. Or
dance
cool and
monkey.
unique. Hey! I told you, just because you met me in a strip club does not mean you can treat me like that. or cool and unique two-way swag over to gearwebsites.com. That's gearwebsites.com for cool and unique two-way swag. And remember, hot dog is a sandwich, a Slim Jim is a candy bar, and keep your chambers earled and your Uranus fudged loaded.
Your Uranus fudged.
Uranus fudged loaded.
keep your chambers loaded and your Uranus fudged.
Well, better than keeping your Uranus loaded and your chambers fudged.
I will say this too: if you have the Amazon Primes, like we have Amazon Prime right now for a little while, I think. We watched the Boys. That was really good. I don't know if did you guys watch the Boys?
The Boys is good. Yeah, I watched the Boys. That was good.
Yeah, that was really good. I was pretty impressed with that. I really thought it would be kind of corny. Different. I thought it'd be kind of corny because it's like most of the characters are kind of rip-offs of other superheroes or whatever, and I thought, this is gonna be weird and kind of corny,
and then Robin exploded.
Yeah. It was pretty cool though. So yeah, if you haven't watched it and you have Amazon Prime and you're looking for something to watch, I recommend it for sure. Other than that, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, guys. I will see you next week. Take it easy. Bye.